versus evil. Oh, when you can't beat the casino. Whoa, just gotta roll the dice. Whoa, one roll could change your life. The casino waits. The casino waits. The casino always wins.
And we're back. Some of y'all maybe heard the news, the rumor circulating around. There was a lot of speculation going around about this podcast, and I just want to come out and address it first and foremost. Yes, there was an institution in Jacksonville that reached out to us. Mm-hmm. They did offer us 5, 10, 15 million, something like that. Mm-hmm. But no, we turned it down because we wanted to be covering sports for you guys on this podcast for the rest of the year.
That was great. I had no idea where you're going with institution in Jacksonville, but
I've been seeing that everywhere. Everywhere. Somebody was doing Guitar Hero to that.
Oh, that's a great clip.
I've seen there's guys that run like real estate agencies, and he was on a business phone call, and he was like, so what do you say about our offer? And the guy's like, he turned it down. What do you mean? The 5, the 10, or the 15? All of them. He turned them all down. What are you talking about? How did he turn?
So good.
If you don't know what we're talking about, just look up, what's his name? Boosie? Big Boosie?
Yeah, something like that.
If you look up Turned It Down, probably come up. But that's a great... If you haven't seen it, you're probably just not on the internet, which is good. Good for you.
I turned it down.
That makes me laugh every time.
Big Boogie.
Whenever
he turned down a massive college scholarship to play drums for a big marching band in Jacksonville.
He's so obviously lying in that video. But we are back, and we are excited to be back. We took a little break. World Cup was going on. We just took a little break. It was the summer. It was good. It was good to have a little bit of break, but we're excited to be back. Our plan is to we'll recap a little bit of what we missed, because we missed the World Cup. We missed a bunch of movies dropping. The Odyssey, Spider-Man Brand New Day. You saw Toy Story 5.
I did.
I haven't, but you can talk about that.
Watch.
And then we've watched a bunch of other movies. I do want to talk about the Rafa documentary for a little bit. I highly recommend, if you enjoy sports, if you enjoy it, like The Last Dance you tune in to see, one, because you like Michael Jordan, but also because you want to kind of understand what an ultimate competitor like Michael Jordan, who he is as a person in total. And I think if you're that type of viewer, if you want to get a peek inside the brain of a high-level athlete, the Rafa documentary, it was awesome because he dealt with a foot, I think it was like a bone displacement, something like that in his foot. He had to deal with so much pain throughout his entire career. But he is a competitor. That was awesome. We'll talk about that. I'm reading a series right now that's fantastic. One of the best. If you like Lord of the Rings, if you read Name of the Wind, if you're probably more I guess it would be more on the fantasy side. But for me, there's always a caveat. There's always a caveat with those types of books, because if you go too deep into the magic and people can do whatever they want, it gets away from me. But it kind of stays within that realms of, like, if you like Lord of the Rings, it stays pretty, it doesn't go too crazy with that stuff. I'll talk about that. AC Milan, the Prem, La Liga, Bundesliga. I don't know how you say it. All back. I know so many people are excited about that. Might be the only one. I got my AC Milan new kit on today. Luka Modric. I'm so excited for the season. We won. And then, so yeah, we'll recap all that, and then we will get into probably what everyone wants to hear. And it's kind of our college football preview on the 2026 to 2027 season. We'll talk about A&M football. We'll talk about all the headlines going into this year. Lane Kiffin, all the new head coaches. We've got NFL players coming back, joining teams. We've got preseason top 25, Texas with all the money they spent on their roster. Sark, is he on the hot seat? There's a lot to talk about going into the season. You want to add anything to that, or what do you want to say? I've been talking.
I'm just ready to talk ball, man. I'm back. I'm excited to be back.
I am too, brother. And honestly, I kind of wasn't even thinking about, I didn't really think about doing not that I never thought of doing the podcast, but I just wasn't. Now that I'm sitting in the chair and I'm sitting in front of this microphone, I'm so excited to talk ball. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So glad we turned it down. All right. That being said, we got some things to do today, guys. Okay, what do you think about the World Cup? As not like, you're not invested in soccer, football.
I mean, it's all right. No, it was sweet. I was lying to myself, like caring. I was trying to get into it. And I ended up, I was on vacation during I don't even know the terminology. What was it, the round of 32?
Yeah, there's the group stage, and then there's...
Right after the group stage.
I think it's 64.
64, yeah.
No, it would be 32. My bad, 32.
Yeah, so 32 and 16 I was watching from vacation. We had a nice little, movie room set up.
Did you not watch the USA-Belgium game with us?
No, I watched that one with you.
Oh, okay.
So some of the 16 maybe.
Okay. So
because
you saw
I watched
16.
the first U.S. game. Yeah, from who did we play? Do you remember?
Paraguay.
Yeah.
No. Sorry, that was group stage. Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched that one on vacation, and then I was back for Belgium.
Yeah, because I think I watched that at my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am from Bosnia. Take me to America.
See, we missed that. Yeah.
That was good.
That was great.
But it was pretty good. There were some good games. I'm trying to remember. You're going to have to correct me on all of this. I remember the Argentina comeback game, which was against Egypt.
Yes.
And Mo Salah.
Yes.
That was sick.
That was
incredible. That's the main one that I'm remembering from vacation. Oh, the Germany loss in PKs.
To Paraguay.
Yeah. That was cool.
That was crazy.
Who else lost early? One of the favorites.
Brazil lost to
Argentina.
Who did they? Norway? I think it was Norway. Because I think Erling Haaland scored 2 goals.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was thinking of the goalie because they gave Neymar the PK at the end to, finish off his career. And him and the goalie were chirping.
Yes.
Also, Erling Haaland. Oh, my gosh, that dude's sick.
You see he shaved his head?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is so funny.
He's awesome.
I'm a big Haaland fan.
I think that was the biggest takeaway from the World Cup.
Yeah.
Was Norway, the row, Erling Haaland, everyone. So I was thinking, just in the same way, I think there's a lot of probably people outside the United States who watch the NFL the way I watch the Italian Soccer League. the fact that I cheer for AC Milan, probably the equivalent of everyone in the U.S. becoming Man City and Erling Haaland fans and Norway fans in general. Totally. And I'm totally fine with that. He's awesome. So easy to root for.
He is so funny. Yeah, I'm a big Haaland fan. So now I have 3 teams.
Oh, you're a Man City guy now.
It's Man City, Burnley, and Torino.
No. That last one, no. Burnley, did you know they got relegated?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I remember that from last year.
Yeah.
That's a hoax. That's all politics.
They were robbed.
So you don't get it. You don't get it.
Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, Burnley, Wolverhampton, and I can't remember who was the last one that got relegated from the Prem. But speaking of the Prem, I know you care a lot. Man U lost to a team that just got promoted to the Premier League.
Okay.
Hull City.
What's their name?
Hull City.
Hull. Okay.
Yeah. Ridiculous, though.
You said Hull City.
Hull City. No. Yeah, they lost. That was big. I'm trying to think of any other big things to happen No, I mean, yeah, AC Milan won their first game against Torino. Cisse, he's 19, by the way, scored on his debut. He was the opening goal for AC Milan season this year.
Like a Make-A-Wish or something?
Kind of like he's a younger, better version of like Victor Wembanyama, but playing soccer. He's 19. What is Victor? He's like ancient now, right? 20, 21, 22, something like that.
No.
The Ryan
Like
Williams.
Jason Tatum.
Yeah. Yeah.
19. They said Jason Tatum was 19 until he turned 27.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, we're gonna sell Rafa Leao most likely. Amarim, new manager at AC Milan as well. Man United's old manager. So we played Man U in a friendly over the summer. We beat them. I think we scored four goals on them, and then Man United just lost to a team that just got promoted. So Man U, not doing well. All the Man U fans. I don't think we probably have a single listener who's a Man United fan. That's okay with me. But yeah, I wouldn't. I guess if you don't want to be a bandwagon, hop on the wagon now, because they're not doing too hot. But yes, let's go back to World Cup. Yes, the England-Argentina game. That was really good.
Yeah. England-Mexico, too, was fun.
Yes,
was
and
good.
Azteca. That stadium is sick.
Yeah. Oh, that was my favorite, I think, of the whole tournament. Where the Mexican fans found the England hotel.
Yes.
And they were shooting fireworks and blasting music. Oh my gosh, that was sick.
They care. Those are, yeah, that's intense fandom right there. But that's the World Cup. I mean, it is the pinnacle of probably competitive sports. I know Americans probably don't agree with that, but we're talking global, worldwide. Probably the pinnacle, most watched for sure. You know, the group stage games have the same average viewership as the Super Bowl.
Golly,
which is ridiculous. So yeah, when you get to the final, I mean it's close to a billion people watching at the same time, which is just absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, no. What I want to say about the World Cup though. If you're not really a soccer fan and you tuned in, I mean, you saw all the stars. You saw Harry Kane. You saw Messi. You saw some of Ronaldo. You saw Mbappe. You saw... Who else am I missing? Erling Haaland. I think I already said that.
Oh, that DoorDash driver?
No. Ricardo Pepi?
Oh, you mean the GOAT? Pepe. We haven't talked about Pepe.
Did we? Yeah, that joke became a thing before. Yeah, because the World Cup really wasn't. Yeah.
Pepe, if you're listening to this, I just want to know
We
that
won't want you on the podcast. You're not allowed.
Your effort backpacking our team all the way to the round of 16 it did not go unnoticed.
Yeah,
and we
kept the
know
seat
that
warm.
you were being dragged down constantly by people faking injuries and whining and doing Hollister ads and stuff like that. But Pepe, you are a legend in our eyes, both of ours.
Kept that bench really warm. Carta. I didn't get to go on my Christian Pulisic. I didn't get to defend him from all the criticism that everyone had.
Divine.
All right, here we go. Listen up, because I didn't get to do this over the summer, and I need to do this now. Don't you dare attack Christian Pulisic. First of all, USA goes 4-1 against Paraguay. Everyone, we're going to win the World Cup. Hold your horses. If you watch soccer, you realize how difficult it was going to be for the U.S. to even make the quarterfinal or the semifinal. So the fact that we made it as far as we did, it was not a failure. I'll say that. Not a failure. Obviously, you play Belgium. Belgium, they have Doku. They have an older KV, Kevin De Bruyne, KVD. Who else did they have? Doku. I'm forgetting who else they had. But yeah, I mean, but you're playing. They're a European team. They have overall, I would say, they just have a lot of experience. Yeah, and then you lose that way, and then everybody turns on the team, on Christian Pulisic. He fractured his foot during the game. They say he sits out all the time. I mean, all of this is coming from fans who don't play the sport, who just want to win.
Ryan Clark to Peter Schrager take you just had. You don't play the sport. You don't have an opinion.
So,
Yeah.
But their opinion is you need to. Man, I didn't expect to be defending Christian Pulisic on here again. Everyone just needs to shut up, okay? I was so mad over the summer when all that was going on.
What you were?
I didn't. I had a whole thing, and then I've just it's petered off over the summer. So now I can't remember what all my points were. But don't come after Christian, okay? He's just trying his best, guys. So shut up. The USA, it was good.
It was good.
It was good.
Wasn't it tied for the furthest they've ever gone? Yeah.
It's kind of weird because we've never had a round of 32. So this was the most teams that we've ever had in the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So the round of 32 didn't exist.
Okay.
So we won in a round that hadn't existed previously, but technically we won in the knockout round.
Mm-hmm.
But if you think about it, if you have less teams in the tournament, you just get all higher quality teams. So it's like, then you make the argument, well, you wouldn't be playing Bosnia-Herzegovina. They would be, I can't remember I think they were second in their group. So maybe we would be playing them. It's hypothetical. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Anyway, it was, but the performance against Paraguay, the performance against Australia, the performance, you weren't starting everybody against Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we call it Turkey now, but you weren't starting everybody against Turkey. You still put up a fight. That Sebastian Berhalter goal was cinema. That was a sick goal. But you won the group stage. I can't remember if that had ever been done. I don't think it had. And then you beat Bosnia-Herzegovina. Oh, the Flo Balogun red card and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's already been talked about to death. But I don't know. No comment on that. It was a success for the U.S. You have to be okay with. Mexico went out same round. Canada went out same round. Obviously, I felt against Belgium. It was a mental thing because we looked so much better beforehand. It was just you came in and you were scared. You weren't trying to win the game. You were trying not to lose it. Trying not to make a mistake. It was just plain scared football. So, but all the other games, the Messi, the Mbappe, and then the French team, you got Dembele, Olise. I mean, it was a great tournament. So fun to watch. You had Thierry Henry, you had Zlatan, you had Rebecca Lowe, you had Alexi Lalas. What'd you think about those pundits?
That was so good.
It was pretty funny.
For someone that doesn't care about soccer, like, I mean, I already knew who Zlatan was.
It's crazy.
And he's hilarious. He's crazy ass. Like, he's so funny. So I was excited when I saw he'd be on it. I actually, not from soccer, but I did know who Thierry Henry was.
Okay.
Because he's obviously French.
Mm-hmm.
And growing up, him and Tony Parker were really good friends. So he would be...
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he would be like at Spurs games. He was in a 2K game. He was like, you could become friends with Thierry Henry in my career.
Interesting. Okay, I didn't know all that.
So I did know who he was, but only because of basketball. And his connection to Tony Parker. And then I had no idea. I've never heard of Alexi Lalas in my life. But
Stephen A. Smith of soccer.
Twitter was having a day, so I started tuning in just to watch because it seemed like Henry and Zlatan did not like him.
They just operate so differently than him. Yeah. No, I feel like Alexi Lalas will talk about, like, I don't know. Anyway, I won't get into it. Those pundits were really fun to watch, though. Mm-hmm. And if you're thinking about getting into soccer, I would say the TNT broadcast crew of soccer is CBS, and it has Thierry Henry on it. But then it's Micah Richards.
Yes.
Kate Aldo and...
Don't look at me, dog.
Frick. Jamie Kerrigan.
Yeah.
There it is.
I know Micah Richards.
Yeah.
He's funny.
Big Meeks.
He is funny.
He's really funny. Scoozy? Yeah, they're an awesome broadcast crew. I'm trying to think if there's anything else about the World Cup.
Did we even say who won?
Congratulations to Spain. Congratulations,
Spain over Argentina.
A little late, but Spain, they freaking their defense, man. It was like
Jamal.
What's a good comparison? Seahawks?
Best defense?
So Seahawks?
I will kill you. No, it ain't the Seahawks, brother.
Yeah, I could see the Houston Texans. Because, like, I was going to say, well, Lamine Yamal kind of played like CJ Stroud this past year in the World Cup, where it was like everyone knows his name, but it was like, has he done anything?
Yeah. Well, he's also 19. Right? Or is he 18?
Yeah, he might be 8.
He's crazy.
He's 18 or 19.
We'll get to NFL later. I almost just started talking about the Texans defense, like just out of nowhere.
Lamine Yamal, if you want to come on the podcast, feel free. I think that would probably help our numbers out a little bit, but we don't need it. We don't need it.
Turn it down. Lamine Yamal tried to come on the pod. I turned it down.
We turned it down. What do you mean? So let's see.
There we go.
I think that's World Cup. I think that's all that needs to be covered about it.
Ronaldo and Neymar, will never see them play international again.
Yeah. You know, the Cristiano Ronaldo, though, the thing is the World Cup's in Portugal in 4 years.
Oh, you think? Maybe he'll do his Zlatan.
Come out and don't you think that he would just be like an honorary player on the team and he would get 10 minutes? But I don't know if he would want that as an ultimate competitor to be the
Well, he has said many times in his career he doesn't care about the World Cup. So,
That's true.
but he always says it after he gets eliminated from the World Cup.
No, yeah, he obviously doesn't care, or else he would try and win it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Messi's the GOAT. It's just... Should we get somebody on here who thinks that Ronaldo's the GOAT? Do we know anybody who thinks...
ISO speed.
You should get ISO speed. Debate.
We don't know anyone that thinks Ronaldo's the GOAT.
I don't think we do. I don't think that's the type of person that we want to hang around.
Mm-hmm.
Naturally, without even knowing that he's a Ronaldo guy, I think we just like it's part of. Yeah, I don't think we really associate with people deep down. But yeah, that's the World Cup. Congratulations to Spain. The USA Wonder Boy Cade Sullivan. Have you heard about him?
Nope.
You see anything about him?
Mm-hmm.
I think he plays for either the LA Galaxy or the LAFC.
Okay.
I think he's 16 years old.
Good Lord. That's insane.
It's what they say it's what we do. We do the cycle where it's like we have the next Messi or whatever. It's like he's from the US.
Yeah.
Maybe he's the one.
This is it.
Maybe he's the guy. When he'd be 20.
2030.
Yeah, he'd be 20 he'd be 20. Almost in his prime.
Mm.
Come on, man. I can't wait for that. Okay. World Cup. Great World Cup. Fantastic to watch soccer. I think it got a lot of people into soccer. Maybe there'll be some more people to talk to about it. Let's go to the MLB.
Oh, Lord.
The only reason I wrote this down is to just talk about the Dodgers for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting. So what I have written down is that... Hold on, let me silence that real quick.
Hear the crap.
Yeah. I wonder if that'll get cut out of the YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's copyrighted. Whatever. So what I have written down is that the owner of the Dodgers was funneling money into different businesses, and the FBI is like, you can't do that because it's against the law.
That or like the SEC or the FTC. I don't know who all is involved in that. But
Okay. And they're like,
lots of trouble.
so he has to put the money back into the Dodgers organization? Or
opposite. So he owns insurance companies, and this is Mark Walter, by the way, and this is all alleged for legal purposes.
Yeah.
He owns life insurance companies, and he was using life insurance premiums. He was taking money from life insurance premiums and putting it into the Dodgers and other companies that he owns as well.
Okay.
And I don't think, if I'm remembering, because obviously I'm no expert on this. This is all me trying to regurgitate information. It's not illegal to an extent if it's like between 1% and 5% of your like portfolio of what makes up the funds that are going towards a company. Mm-hmm. He was saying it was like 3%. So it was just like, we're just throwing a little bit in there. It was like almost half.
Gotcha.
Which is not legal. And basically, there were $20 billion in misappropriated funds that if by December 31st of this year, he doesn't reallocate back to their original legal places, then he will probably go to jail, I assume, for a long time. But, like, I don't know how you come up with $20 billion like that. Because he's obviously so rich, but it's not like all those are liquid. So he had to sell his share of the Lakers. He bought it for $10 billion. He sold it for 12. So that's $2 billion right there. If he sells his stake of the Dodgers, that'll get him another $2 to $2.5 billion. That still leaves you with $16 billion.
So it's not really a Dodgers problem, but it's a problem that will affect the Dodgers.
Because
Shohei
Shohei Ohtani, because of all the deferred payments, like no one's going to be good for that. Oh, I mean, they're over $1 billion in deferrals.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it'll be some like, this is not the right terminology, but it'll be like a disaster. You know how there's like disaster draft talk, where it's like if everyone dies, all the players die. There's a disaster draft. It'll be like that, but with like everyone will probably be out of their contracts because no one can pay them. It's like there's no money to pay. So like there's a thing in Shohei's contract that says if Mark Walter sells the team, or if Andrew Friedman, their GM, leaves or gets fired, he immediately can opt out. So Shohei may be on the market. I mean, a lot of those guys are probably gonna, if everything continues going that way, they're gonna break up the Dodgers. Someone else is gonna buy. They're gonna lose their TV contract, which was already suspicious how they acquired it. Yeah, and the Dodgers are cooked. Not because the team did anything wrong, but because that's the thing. They've benefited so much from having like a rich owner. Yeah. And I've even taken the side of like, hey, he's willing to do stuff other owners aren't. These other owners are cheap. Now we know, well, he was willing to do it so much so he was breaking the law. Like committing federal crimes. So white collar crimes to do it.
That's so interesting.
If for anyone interested in that, go listen to Bill Simmons from earlier this week. He had someone on and they dive into it for like an hour.
I might need to listen to that.
It is so interesting because it's not just like, what does this mean for the Dodgers? Like obviously yes, but it's more just like the details of like what he did and like how he got away with it for 14 years that he's owned the team. And it's just like talking about white collar crime and like the state of sports ownership. And they get into like the future lockout that we're about to be in. Yeah. And it's so good.
And the lockout is probably over imposing a salary cap, correct?
A salary cap, salary floor, stuff like that. There's a lot. International bonus pool money.
Wow. Hey, how do you break an empire not from outside, from within?
Yeah.
I think someone said that one time.
So very interesting. It'll be fun to follow.
Do you think any other teams like had any influence in being like, hey, look, they're kind of doing something fishy over there, like pointing this out to getting investigate the FBI involved, something like that? I wonder if something would come out of that. Yeah.
The thing is, though, the owners, like MLB owners, for the most part, they're always banded together, trying to benefit themselves as a collective. So I can't imagine. This is a total guess. I assume there's more than just Mark Walter that has done something they probably know they shouldn't.
For sure.
So I can't imagine them wanting someone to get caught because it would just put heat on them too.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
Yeah. Because, the only issue, I guess, with the Dodgers spending so much money is that you would get a lot of pressure from your own fan base to spend more on the team when you want to, because you probably want to stay within a certain zone of, I'm spending this amount of money to get jersey sales, people in seats, people show up. But if I have to spend, I can't spend whatever the Dodgers are spending on their roster because, it's just not economically as efficient.
It's very interesting and very fun to follow.
That is very interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on that as it kind of develops and stuff.
And it's such a unique, for me, I'm sure there are other similar type stories in history, but it's so unique to me because it's like the Dodgers are the villains because they've been winning, but also like the team is so likable and like the players are so likable. They could end up being a victim of this. They were a beneficiary because now I'm not saying this too straight up, but like considering it's like criminal what's gone on, you really can say they bought 2 championships, which is weird. But that's not like against the players. That's not a shot to them. But it's weird just because like they're the villains, yet the players are likable. The owner is the main villain, and it's like they're a beneficiary but also a victim.
Yeah.
Now it's weird.
That is weird.
It's a crazy story,
So interesting.
but I'm excited to follow. He goes to jail probably.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. You mentioned that Bill Simmons episode. I mean, I'm sure we could just keep talking about all this stuff forever. But so in that episode too, they mentioned the WNBA stuff. So we talked about it briefly beforehand. I just kind of wanted to touch on it because I think it is very fascinating. Well, here, I'll let you explain it. Kind of. Just how how it's more popular than it's ever been.
Yeah, and it's a blessing and a curse. They're, again, regurgitating information. They know what they're talking about. They followed the league for a long time. I'm not a WNBA fan. I'm not like a hater, but I've only watched a handful of games before. But like it's bigger than it's ever been, and yet it also seems like worse than it's ever been, and players are more unhappy than ever before. And it's just like a blessing and a curse, I guess. I think the commissioner and like the league office was unprepared for it to blow up the way it did. And so it's just been bad, and they've leaned into the wrong things. Like just the state of sports media is always trying to get hot takes off or like polarize and have one side against another. Yeah. And they've leaned into that for some reason, as if like, but then also complain about like the hatred that the league faces. It's like, well, you invited this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I saw a tweet and it was like, I don't really care about the NBA or WNBA, but the race war element is really quite fascinating, and it's a draw. And I hate like that is a terrible way to say it, but like. I'm not like some girl got fouled by either Sophie Cunningham or somebody the other day, or Caitlin Clark got ejected, went into the locker room, tweeted white privilege, tagged the Indiana Pacers, and then she got backlash for it. And then she was like, I wasn't talking about that foul. And when she obviously was talking about, like, she was obviously, or she needed to make her point more specific. And if she wanted to make an intellectual, like critique of something rather than just tweeting at the not Indiana Pacers.
The Fever.
White privilege.
And that, not to say that type of stuff is okay, and that'll happen. I mean, problems happen. People are dramatic in all sports all the time. Think of like Draymond. Yeah. But they've like leaned into it. Like their commissioner is going on Fox News and talking about stuff, and
I didn't know that.
And it's just like I don't know, and I don't know. They like have magazine covers trying to promote the league, where they're like they have certain players like dressed a certain way or posing a certain way, and then but yet they complain whenever people like objectify, and that's not to justify objectification of them, but it's like you can't have it both ways. It's like you want the attention that a race war brings you, yet you also want to play the victim of a race war. It's like, I don't know. Yeah. It just makes no sense. And they were saying, as fans of the league, they can say this more confidently than I can. They're like, the league is in a better place than it ever has been, like ratings wise and like talent wise, but they're just like leaning into the wrong things. Instead of having people talk about like Olivia Miles is going off, she can pass like Magic Johnson, like look at the defense of this player. It's like, no, that's never talked about. It's like what country singer is Sophie Cunningham going to walk out with?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. It's a circus.
100%. Well, so, and I can say this so I don't watch the WNBA, but I'm a fan of sports, and therefore I'm on I'm in all the sports communities, whether it's on the ESPN app, on Twitter, seeing sports stuff come up, watching Sports Center, watching any ESPN type of show and stuff like that. And what I can say about it, so my view of the WNBA is, and the things that do kind of like key me into it. So to be honest, the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, kind of at the beginning when it was LSU and Iowa, that rivalry I was keyed into.
I was too. It was awesome.
And I am just talking about them as Caitlin Clark is this like 3-point shooter who is like one of the best shooters, and she was so good that, you know, you had all these debates of like, we're talking NBA players of like, is she better than NBA players?
Yeah.
You know, like shooting wise. And it was legit debates that you could go into on these things. That rivalry it can be a real rivalry, right? I think the stuff that surrounds it though is like, and it just is the stuff that comes outside of sports, and it's the, you know, Caitlin Clark is white, Angel Reese is black, and then you have all of that stuff, which is outside of sports, right? And so it is so tough because I was keyed into that rivalry. I know about Sophie Cunningham. I know about the fact that she defends the players or whatever, and there's this whole beef and stuff like that. And to be honest, I mean, that's the stuff that that is the stuff that has made it, that has drawn more eyeballs to the sport. Mm-hmm. Now, as a league, if you lean into it, you probably get more viewership, and then later you go back on it and you go, no. And then you have more eyeballs watching the sport, but you got them for a reason. And if that doesn't keep getting promoted, then maybe they leave, right? Mm-hmm. So you really just have to stick with your principles, right? Of like, you got to keep doing what you're doing, and eventually you're going to keep the people who want to stay there for WNBA basketball versus the guys who just are keying in just to want to watch a fight.
Yeah.
But there's money wrapped up into it.
Yeah.
And these people, this is their job, this is their business. And so that's probably just an incentive that's really that people don't pass up on.
Yeah. And it sucks for the players that it seems to be run so poorly. Mm-hmm. It feels like the WWE with like the takes and the commentary, but like they're playing basketball. Mm-hmm. Like they're athletes and they want to play basketball, but it feels like the league office still has the like no press is bad press. Mm-hmm. At a certain point, once you have a certain few, whatever, tens of millions to hundreds of millions, whatever, in viewership, there is such thing as bad press. Or it's like you have to pivot to be a serious like league or organization. And it could be if they would like actually make it a sport. Like to me, my comparison, it just feels like WWE. Yeah. Where it's just trying to do the most ridiculous outside thing rather than it's like, this is basketball, and they're actually really good at basketball. A lot of them are. Mm-hmm. Like the Caitlin Clark or Sabrina or Aja Wilson's like amazing. And I don't know, it's just so weird to me that you have the best at this sport, like in the WNBA for all women basketball players. And instead of focusing on playing basketball, the league is more interested in making fan rivalries hate each other and turning it in. There are protests happening over certain things. This is ridiculous. Yeah.
No, eventually you have to, if the thing you're promoting, if you're not going to do that in the long run, then eventually, you're just going for a big, you're going to be really popular for a little bit, and then it's just going to go away, and you're not going to have kind of like a league built on, because players aren't going to want to play in a league that where it is just legitimately just fighting, and then you have Enes Kanter coming in and doing his whole it is a madhouse right now.
And I'm not even commenting on the argument part of this, but they are very open about wanting to be paid more, right? It's like they can't, because the league isn't serious right now. You're getting paid 50 to 80 grand a year and traveling all the time, to have people send you death threats or call you racial slurs or throw toys of a specific nature on the court in the middle of a game. It's like, it's just not worth it. Mm-hmm. And like, if they took the league seriously, it could actually grow. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it can't. I feel like this growth is stunted until it's a real. It's run as if it's a real sport.
Mm-hmm. And it's, from a business side of things, you are having growth, but I want to say, in principle wise though, you're going to retain. Honest, like, if your business model is to say, we're just going to make it we just want bad press is good press. Mm-hmm. We just want as many people watching the sport as possible. You're going to get growth within that time. But the problem is, as soon as you pivot away from that, you're going to lose all those people to which they're only watching it for that reason. Mm-hmm. Now, you're going to retain, I think you're still going to retain people. And if that's what they're going for, of just like anybody and everybody, and then we're going to retain at least some of that once we kind of pivot. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a strategy for sure. But, I mean, it also has effects on the players. The players will have a certain opinion. I mean, the players have to be in that. I don't think they're going to appreciate that if it's kind of if you're going back and forth and playing it both ways. I think you're going to lose the trust of the players until that kind of gets resolved. But man, yeah, it is. It's there's many ways in which you can do this, and this is the way that they're choosing to do it. And I think they're bearing the consequences of that, is what we're seeing.
You gotta live with it.
Yeah. But it is a very interesting time for that league. I will go back to the point though. It has never been more popular than right now. Mm-hmm. Popular in both good and bad ways. Mm-hmm. We've never talked about it more than right now.
Who would have thought? I didn't even know we were going to talk about this today.
Yeah, we didn't. We didn't even write it down, but
didn't plan on that.
It's interesting. Okay, we are 47 minutes in.
Oh Lord.
Let's talk movies. That won't take up too much time. Mm-hmm. We've already kind of talked about soccer. I was going to mention AC Milan, and then let's get into some football because I'm excited to do that. Let's go movies. The Odyssey.
Oh. Absolute cinema.
These are public airwaves, so I probably shouldn't say all of what I want to say about this movie and about what I think and feel towards Christopher Nolan.
Okay. All right.
But The Odyssey, so Christopher Nolan, he always has a heart to the movie, right? Zeus's Law is kind of the beating heart of this movie. And I want to make, in my mind, so Christopher Nolan, Denis Villeneuve, I don't know how you say his name. They're two of my favorite directors right now, probably my two favorite directors. Denis's movies just have insane scale, great incorporation of CGI. The scale is what blows you. And also, most of his movies I could watch without even hearing the dialogue or the sound. They're just very appealing to the eye. Christopher Nolan's movies, though, like Interstellar, there's a beating heart to the movie. There is a human-centric part of it that, takes you on a journey, and that's what the Odyssey is. It's a journey. It's what it's always been, but this is kind of his depiction of it. Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Zendaya, Mia Goth, Anne Hathaway, Robert Pattinson. We need to talk about Robert Pattinson in a second, too.
My favorite in the whole movie, and his name is slipping right now. Freaking John Leguizamo.
Yes. Yes, John Bernthal.
Mm.
But I gave it 5 stars on Letterboxd. I am a Nolan enjoyer. I am a Nolan.
No.
I can't.
No.
Yeah. All right.
No.
I really like Christopher Nolan as a director, as a person, as a man. And Ludwig Göransson,
Göransson or whatever.
Göransson. Yeah, the guy
He's
who wrote
on a
the
heater.
He is. Is he? Oh, he did Dune too, right?
And Sinners.
Oh, he did Sinners. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
Yeah, that movie was unbelievable.
Yeah. What were your thoughts about it?
I mean, it's 3 hours long, and I was like captivated the entire time. There was not a single moment where I was like, "All right, let's get it moving." It was so good. I feel like it was well paced. Like that, none of the parts were dragging, or none of the, side quests that he was doing felt too long, or too rushed. The shots were incredible. The music was incredible. The acting was great. I'm not, and this is not a shot at Tom Holland at all. I was not worried, but I was just curious to see him in a non-Marvel role.
Totally.
And was like, I guess we'll find out if he's backed himself into a corner playing a Marvel type. I thought he did great.
I thought he did awesome.
I thought he was great. I mean, John Leguizamo, however you say it, was so good. Kind of a similar thing, except he's further along in his career, like he's older. But he's mostly been in like comedies and done voice acting and stuff. Like he was Sid the Sloth. You know that?
Someone told me that. Yeah.
But like he was amazing. Bernthal was just Bernthal. That's how he always is, which is awesome.
It's difficult.
I mean, the Aura Memnon.
Yep.
Crazy.
Seen at the gate.
I mean, this isn't hate, but that's not even on Benny Safdie. That's on Christopher Nolan of just making him so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, doesn't even have to speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Elliot Page's, I mean, that was the big talk before the movie came out.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah.
Those memes. A man. A ship. A fleet.
The Elliot Page was awesome in that one scene.
Mm-hmm.
In the Underworld.
And his speech.
Yeah.
In Hades.
Right. That's what I mean. That scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So good.
I thought you were talking about the very beginning where he just dies.
No. That was
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. The Cersei turning him into pigs.
That was crazy.
That was all practical effects. That was sick.
Cyclops. 60-foot puppet.
And the sound that he made when he got stabbed. So cool.
He's going to make a horror film.
That's what people are saying.
That's the word on the street. And after the Cyclops scene alone, just the sound and everything, I'm for it.
I'll go see it. Yeah. I'll go see it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I saw a lot of people saying that it was very loud. Oh, the whole 70 everyone finding out what 70 millimeter meant and how there are only like 50 theaters in the country or in the world that can show the full every detail. And then, I mean, I watched an IMAX. I thought it was great. But that whole discussion and Twitter and everybody being like selling their driving to Dallas or San Antonio to go see it. It's awesome. We need to have a discussion because I looked up with the help of ChatGPT the best years of cinema. There are some, don't get me wrong, and I think only time will be able to fully solidify this, but we have to, as cinema enjoyers, as movie enjoyers, we have to take in 2026 because this could be, I think it will be one of the best years of film, but it could be the best. We've gotten Spider-Man Brand New Day. We've gotten The Odyssey. We've gotten Project Hail Mary. We've gotten Obsession. We still have Prime Time, Dune 3, Doomsday. I think I'm missing maybe one. We had Toy Story 5 as well.
Pretty good.
Oh, Michael.
Michael.
I didn't see Michael, but a lot of people really liked that one.
It was good. Sheep Detectives.
Sheep Detectives.
Beautiful movie.
I've heard a lot of good things.
Beautiful movie.
I've heard a lot of good
It really
things.
was. You have to watch that, bro. I really liked it.
Is it already out on streaming?
Yeah, it's on Prime.
I'll have to.
It's like, it's like Knives Out, but
That's what the style
also
looked like.
feel good. Like,
Okay.
it's sweet. I don't know. I really like it.
Okay. Maybe I'll watch it with my mom or something like that. But anything else on the Odyssey? Fantastic. 5 stars.
Amazing.
It's Christopher Nolan.
Cinema.
He does it again. Len Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Mm-hmm.
You were okay with it, right?
Yeah, I gave it 3.5, I think.
3.5.
I'm just not a big Marvel guy, and that's not hating on it. It's just like not my speed.
Mm-hmm.
But thought it was good. Tom Holland's in there. I mean, it was kind of what I expected,
Mm-hmm.
and it was not bad. That's not a negative.
Yeah.
I liked it. I loved while the end credits were going on, the shots that they were using for that.
Yeah.
That was great.
Oh yeah. It's by. It's like on every #1 chart right now. Who's it by?
Oh, Sunflower.
Yeah. Oh yeah, by Steve Lacy.
Mm.
It's a great song. Yeah, I thought it was great. We know that this is a Tom Holland this is a Tom Holland Spider-Man podcast, right? Like, not Andrew Garfield.
Oh.
Are you a Toby guy?
I like Toby.
You like Toby?
I'm fine
I
with-
like Toby too.
I'm fine with Toby or Tom as being one. That's 1A,
Yeah.
1B, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Andrew Garfield, he just doesn't cut it.
No, the hair transplant, too much.
Yeah, I'm a Tom guy through and through. Toby's great. Andrew, yeah, it's all right.
Sure. Happy for you.
Happy for him. He's doing other great things. Social Network.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge. Great actor.
Mm-hmm.
Great actor. I just don't know. Just
It's not a Spider-Man guy.
not.
It's like Ben Affleck being Batman. It's like,
Some people are.
I know some people. I've
some
seen that
people are
recently.
real big Ben Affleck
But-
Batman guys.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'm a Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson.
No, Christian Bale.
Robert Pattinson. Batman 2 coming out, I think, in 2027.
Bro, they're like 4 years behind right now.
I know.
I'm sure it won't come out until we're 40.
I'm so excited for that, though. I need to rewatch The Batman. Maybe I'll do that today.
Yeah,
After this.
maybe.
You probably got actually stuff to do. Okay, Spider-Man Brand New Day. What I thought it was great. I liked what they did with. Okay, if you have not seen Spider-Man Brand New Day, I would skip forward in this podcast because I will be talking about it. MJ, I thought they did a good job with Jean Grey. Sorry, Jean Grey, not MJ. Jean Grey was good. I did see a lot of discussion about how she was killing people and how it kind of makes her like she walked that guy into traffic. and people were like, yeah, it's kind of hard for her to be a redeemable character when she killed people and with the tank and stuff like that. But I thought it was cool. I like what they did with her like jumping from person to person. I thought all the stuff they did with the extras was really, really cool. The Spider-Man, like when he was fighting the ninjas in the prison, that was cool. If they wanted to cast somebody who I didn't think was going to be a villain, Mr. Milchek probably would not have been the casting, but he did a phenomenal job. And I just kind of knew he was morally ambiguous because that was his character in Severance. And he did a great job with it. But, yeah, anyway. It's not really a critique. The Hulk. Yeah, it was great. I didn't rate it. I honestly stopped rating movies after The Odyssey, just for a break. I will get back into it, though. But yeah, Spider-Man Brand New Day. I mean, fantastic. It's it's very reminiscent of the old Marvel movies where it was just like banger after banger after banger. Okay, we watched Thief by... wasn't Michael Mann, was it? Who directed Thief? It's with James...
Michael Mann.
Michael Mann, okay. James Caan, and I don't know who the lady was. That's a great movie. That's like... it was made in 1981. That's a great movie to watch. If you just want to watch like a movie that's... I guess like a rainy day movie. Or just one that you kind of just want to sit back and kind of enjoy. Not think too hard. It's a fun movie. Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, God.
What were your thoughts?
Terrible. I didn't even rate it.
I haven't rated it either.
I don't know if I've ever felt like worse after watching a movie than that one. That was not what I was thinking it was at all.
Bone chilling.
Terrible. Hated it. Jared Leto. Good for you, I guess. Ugh.
If somebody's like, let's watch Requiem for a Dream, I would recommend Turned It Down.
Turned it down.
Or I don't know, if you maybe put it in the same category as Manchester by the Sea.
No, it's different.
Different?
Different levels. Similar, but different levels.
Okay. Which one's worse?
Oh, God. I mean...
and we're not talking about worse as far as like the quality of the movie. We're just talking about like, why would you watch this?
Well, they're both disgusting and terrible for different reasons.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, like Requiem for a Dream is more like shocking and gross and awful, and Manchester by the Sea is more just like real and depressing and not redeeming in the slightest.
Okay. I can't wait to watch it.
Have fun. I will not be there. Never again.
Yeah, like if you were to do a marathon of like Manchester by the Sea, how would you... could we come up with a lineup of like 3 or 4 movies that you watched in one day to where you get to the end of the day and you're like...
I would say...
it's the worst day of all time.
You start with Midsommar.
Okay.
And then you go Manchester by the Sea and you wrap up with Requiem for a Dream.
Wrap up with Requiem for a Dream.
That's terrible.
I feel like if you throw through like... I wanted to say like Hamnet or Train Dreams. But maybe Train Dreams... but they're not the same level as Requiem.
I wouldn't throw Hamnet up there.
Right. Yeah,
2001: A Space Odyssey to start. The longest one. And then you're like, wait, I have 3 left, and they're all awful.
I don't know. Honestly, Requiem for a Dream and Manchester by the Sea sounds like a...
it's a bad marathon.
Yeah. One of our listeners, do it. If you haven't seen I haven't seen Manchester by the Sea, so I'm only taking his word. But watch those two movies back to back and comment underneath the video. Tell us how you feel.
Oh,
How'd it go?
they'll never listen to us again.
Spotlight. That is a great
Yeah,
movie.
that is a great movie. I was about to bring that one up.
That is a great movie. Here,
Great
you go
movie.
first.
Yeah,
Your
no, it
thoughts.
was just really good. I like true stories every once in a while. It's good, but I don't know. It was good.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo. What's the dude's name? I always think Kiefer Sutherland, but it's not. He's in Spider-Man.
Oh, Michael Keaton?
Yeah, Michael Keaton. Good. Very good movie.
Very good. Very informative. Kind of like a zero, like, I'm just thinking of movies that are based off of true events, but like Zero Dark 30. That's the only one that came to mind. But movies like that where it's like, it just kind of informs you about something that happened, but obviously it's a movie. So they take a little bit of some liberties in some areas, but I highly recommend. That's a movie that people don't really talk about, probably because the content is a little sad and not something you just want to watch every day, but worth making a movie off of and worth watching, I would say. Rafa documentary. I mentioned it briefly. One of my favorite documentaries, legitimately. It was just so cool to kind of get a peek into him, just him being such a competitor, his life growing up, all of his titles, just putting into perspective the scope of, I think he won 16 French Opens. The next closest is like 7 or 6. I don't think that's ever going to be broken. Or maybe it was 14. But I don't think that's ever going to be broken. That is just dominance to a certain extent. And I mean, it talks a little bit about, it brings Roger Federer in there, Novak. And Novak has more Grand Slam wins now, Grand Slam champions now, but not anywhere close to that many French Open titles. So very, very cool. Highly recommend. Toy Story 5. You liked it?
I did. It was not I'm assuming this is the last one, but I guess you never know with this franchise. It's older than us. But I'm glad, if this is the last one, they definitely did not go out sad. Like, it was good. It felt similar to the others. Obviously different storyline, but it didn't feel like it was forced.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
That's good. I mean, they probably see dollar signs when they look at it every time, so they might just keep making them. They're on 5, and I think it made $1 billion.
It's insane.
Which is insane. So, but yeah, I mean, Toy Story 5, yeah. The Odyssey, Spider-Man Brand New Day, Obsession, Michael. It's just, what a year.
What a year. We're
What a
still
year.
not done.
We're still not done.
Still got 2 of probably the 3 biggest left of the year.
Going into the year, it was The Odyssey, Dune 3, Doomsday. Those were the 3. And since then, and I guess Spider-Man, to be honest, I'm sure people were talking about Spider-Man, especially the Spider-Man people.
Spider-Man.
And women.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we got Project Hail Mary, too. It's great.
That might be one of the best, if not the best.
Prime Time is still up.
Prime Time, Doomsday, Dune 3. I've heard, somebody told me the other day that they've been, it was when we were playing basketball. One of the guys said that people have watched some of the screenings for Dune 3. They've said that it's the best one out of the 3.
That's insane.
But take that with a grain of salt.
Mm-hmm.
Because they change things from the screenings, and maybe they might be getting paid to say those things. I don't even know. But regardless, that would be insane. especially considering the book. I think they're going to do things like differently from the book. Or they're going to incorporate, they're going to focus on things that the book briefly kind of glossed over. Because the book goes a different direction. But, yeah. Okay. Books. I'm not going to talk about very long, but the Assassin's Apprentice series written by Robin Hobb. If you are a fantasy enjoyer, if you enjoy those types of books, but it's more like Lord of the Rings. It's more like The Name of the Wind, kind of Brandon Sanderson-esque. So the Stormlight Archives, The Way of Kings. The Way of Kings, I've read it twice, but not finished it. And I got to page like 900. It just takes a long time. For me personally, it felt like it took a long time in the build-up to things. These books, I think they get to things quicker. At least that's the way I felt. But I'm very much invested with all the characters, especially the main character. So highly, if you are looking for a book series, and it's more like Red Rising, I would say there are peaks and valleys, but the peaks are so high and the valleys are so low, but it's just constantly like you don't know what's happening, but you're on the edge of your seat. This is a lot more of a gentle, you're kind of invested with the characters and you're seeing the whole ride, but highly, highly recommend it if you're looking for a book series that you're just kind of like, it's a peaceful, but also, I don't know, it's an enjoyable read. I really, really like it. It's the Farseer trilogy. The first one's The Assassin's Apprentice, but I highly recommend that. AC Milan won their first game against Torino. They are 1-0 to start the season. Let's
Torino
go.
robbed.
Let's go. No comment. Yeah, I'm excited for this season for AC Milan. Excited for Christian Pulisic's Galfi. Excited to hopefully finally make it back to the Champions League. That would be the ideal season, but we will see. Okay, we are an hour and 10 minutes in.
Good Lord.
And we are going to start talking about football now.
Here, let's take a break first.
Okay.
I gotta, pray and get in the right headspace.
Get in the right headspace. Gotcha. Okay. We'll be back in just a second. Okay. College football 2026-2027 season. We've got top storylines to cover. We've got new coaches at new schools. We've got the preseason top 25. And we've got A&M that we're going to be talking about. Do you want to just hop into top storylines going into the season?
Oh,
What do you want to
Lord.
talk about?
Yeah, that's the thing.
There's so much to talk about.
There's so much that I don't even know how to organize it. But, dude, let's hop into anything.
Okay.
I feel like the biggest is probably coaches.
For sure.
Coaching changes.
For sure. Then let's go Lane Kiffin at LSU. What do you see there? What's your read on the situation?
I think they're gonna be good.
You think they're going to be good?
Yeah, and
Okay.
I think he's gonna be the coach for them for a little while.
Okay.
I mean, I don't see him going anywhere else ever,
Yeah,
unless he's forced to.
I agree. I don't think I see him going anywhere else.
What else could you want? I mean, you have history is kind of irrelevant, I feel like, nowadays with it, but you have history, you have the money, you have the you like geography. I mean, there's nothing else you could.
You got the stadium. You've got
Yeah. You have literally the state and local government like bending rules in your favor.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing else you could want.
Yeah. No, I agree. As a head coach, it's a tier 1 job.
Easily.
Or if you want to make a tier above that, it's. Yeah, I mean, it would be on that short list. Okay, so you think he's gonna? I'm maybe not just like tenure at LSU. What about this year specifically?
I think
with the
they're
roster
gonna
that he has.
be fine.
Okay.
I think they're gonna be good. I don't think there's gonna be much growing pains.
Okay.
I think if there's any coach in college football that has proven that they can attack the portal and kind of like hodgepodge a roster but make it work. I mean, Kiffin's the one. Like he's the number one. I mean, I guess Signetti did that too at Indiana in his first 2 years, but like Lane's done it year after year forever.
Yep.
So
And the different, I always think of, so there's usually not pressure going into your first year when you have a big, like and then you have to hodgepodge a team together, right?
Yeah.
And like the examples that come to mind are Bucky Ball this past season with Texas A&M basketball. You mentioned Kirk Signetti at Indiana. Who else was I thinking of? Mike Elko in their first season at A&M. Any first year head coach bringing in all these pieces. The problem is it's not a problem, but just LSU. There's more pressure any season. Lane Kiffin has set a reputation for being someone who's good at this stuff. Also, though, with the transfer portal the way it is, I mean, he's got it. It's less of a Andrew at LSU. You've collected a lot of really good pieces. Sam Levitt. Did Seaton?
Jordan Seaton.
Offensive line.
Can I pulled it up.
Okay.
Can I read you through
Yes.
their wide receiver room?
Yes.
This is their 2 deep. Jace Brown, transfer from Kansas State.
Yeah.
Winston Watkins Jr., transfer. Jackson Harris, transfer. Malik Elzy, transfer. Trey Brown, transfer. Eugene Wilson III, transfer. Their top 6 receivers are all out of the portal.
Woof.
Which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Sam Levitt is obviously QB1. You know who their backup is? I think I mentioned this to you the other day.
It's not Van Buren. He's at, where'd he go? USF or UCF.
Something.
Either one of those two. He got named the starter the other day. That's the only reason I know that. No, I don't know who their backup is.
Hassan Longstreet.
That's right. You did tell me that the other day.
So, I mean,
it's not a bad backup.
On offense, it's hard to doubt. There's reason to question LSU's offense going into this year with the change. Like, it's a totally new group that's never played together. If anyone can make it work, I think it's Lane Kiffin. So
I agree.
I don't think they're gonna like fall on their face, and there's gonna be some serious growing pains of trying to put stuff together. I just don't anticipate that happening.
Yeah.
I mean, on defense, they have more continuity. Like Whit Weeks is back. They have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 projected starters who are returners.
Mm.
And then in their 2 deep is mostly returners too. They added some, like Prince, I don't know how to say his last name, Uyamalalayan or whatever, from Ole Miss, who's really good.
I think he went to Westlake. I could be wrong.
No way. No way.
Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else, but
That'd be crazy.
I thought he did go to Westlake.
But I think they'll be fine. I think Lane Kiffin can excel there for the foreseeable future, and I think for this year, I don't think they're going to be able to like run the SEC right now.
For sure.
But it'll take time. But I mean, I would not be shocked if they ended up like in that top 3 or 4 teams in the conference this year.
Okay. How shocked would you be on a scale of 1 to 10 if they made the playoff?
1 to 10, 3.5.
Wow.
I
So you
have
wouldn't
them
be
in
shocked.
the playoff.
Wow. So you would not be shocked at all if they made the playoff. Wow.
I put them at number 3 in the SEC,
Wow.
which gets them in the playoff.
Man. I want to ask you who the other 2 are, but we can save that for later. I'm trying to, because just first year for everybody in the system, the comfortability, whether you could have a lot of really, really good players, but it's just like, how comfortable are they all playing in a system that they all know and can work well together? I feel like there's always growing pains with that. And then coaching staff-wise, they're figuring out how they communicate best with the players. Man, I would be. I want to say I would be. So you're a 3 point. What'd you say?
3.5.
3.5, 3.5 on how shocked you would be in the playoff. I'm more at like a 5 or a 6, just because I think that they could go 9-3, 8-4, in that range. I think they could definitely be a scary team. Like A&M playing them early in the season. I mean that is. I mean I feel like it's a coin flip game. It could go either way. And if LSU were to beat us, I'm not at all shocked by that. But I'm consistency-wise across the entire season, them all being on the same page, there being just it all going that well in season one.
Yeah.
That's for me is where it's like
That's fair.
I'd be very impressed if they were to get it all together and hit it, college football playoff first year.
Yeah.
Huge success for Lane
would
Kiffin
be.
if he does that.
They also have a fairly easy schedule.
I don't know if
Because, nowadays to make the playoffs, you have to win 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
In the SEC, I mean. And,
Yeah.
you could chalk up 2 losses right there. You could call it however you want, Texas and A&M, or Texas and Bama, or Bama and A&M. But, their conference games, Ole Miss, Kentucky, Mississippi State, Auburn, Arkansas. Those should all be wins. I feel like Tennessee too. I would not be surprised if they won that game.
Yeah.
That leaves A&M, Texas, Bama, I think, as their 3 toughest games. And if they win one of those 3, they're in the playoff.
Yeah.
And if they handle business. And obviously, I'm not saying it's a gimme. I'm not being I guarantee they're in the playoff, but I could easily see them winning their winnable games and winning one of their 3 swing games.
Yeah. No, I think from a talent, from a roster standpoint, from a coaching standpoint, I think they have all the pieces. The challenge will be to get it airtight, consistent from the get-go, first year in the SEC. I don't think they're lacking for talent. I don't think they're lacking for coaching experience or anything like that. And I think if anybody's, ready for the job, it would be Lane Kiffin. I would be very impressed if they were to get it all together and be able to, because Ole Miss, I think Trinidad Chambliss, again, that's a first-year head coach. I think they're ranked number 9, but I don't put them in the same sphere as Texas A&M, Texas,
I don't either.
or even Alabama. Tennessee, at Tennessee, late in the season, that's a tough. I think that's a tough one because you just played Alabama and Texas. So let's just say you lose one of those games. You're going to Tennessee. That'll be interesting to see. And then at Arkansas to finish out the season. Yeah, it's because with a team like this, it's you can win the big games, but you drop a game against Tennessee late in the season, Arkansas late in the season, playoff chances could slip away. Even though it's a good team, and you could say it's a success and everything like that. Kind of very similar to Mike Elko, first year.
Yeah.
Where LSU has more talent, I want to say. Just off the top of my head, I want to say this LSU team probably looks better on paper than that team that Mike Elko had that year. But it was like A&M had a chance to go to the SEC championship, and they fumbled it away at the end. And I don't know. Elko's season was still a success, and so I would say, if Kiffin were to exceed that bar, I'd be very, very impressed.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do you think about Texas's offseason? What do you think about their offseason, them heading into this year? What do you think about Sark?
You know where I'm going. I think that on paper they have the scariest offense in college football. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Starting lineup wise, I mean, you got Arch, you got Coleman and Wingo, you got Raleek Brown and Hollywood Smothers. Like, that is ridiculous. Trevor Gooseby, I know he's banged up. He'll probably be fine, but he's a highly projected draft pick on the O-line. They just got Cole Hudson back. That's a whole other story. Just about the state of college football and eligibility rulings. But he practiced for, I think, the Cardinals. Signed with the Cardinals, practiced with the Cardinals, and now he's back.
That's right.
Texas, which is just crazy.
Is Jack Pyburn going to come back?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay. Because I think he got granted the the temporary. It's not the injunction.
TRO, the restraining order, temporary restraining order.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're going to be really good, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Defense is interesting. Did you see Ty Anthony Smith?
Yeah.
That's big.
It's huge.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I was shocked at that. It's also really sad because nothing's confirmed, but the story that's come out, it's actually really sad.
Really? I thought it was he left on purpose, but
this is not confirmed, so I'm not trying to pass this off as truth, but this is what's come out. You know, he got hurt last year and had to get surgery, and I think he might have been hooked on painkillers and developed a drug issue, which is why because Sark made a comment of he was like, it's really hard, it's really sad, I hated having to do this, but it was conduct detrimental to himself and the team.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's been, like, Orange Bloods had some people talking about that and stuff. So I hope that's not the case, but if it is, it's really sad.
That is really sad.
But just talking on the field, that's a big loss. He's good. But the thing with them, and I mean, we talked about this about a week ago. This is my real hot take for the year. I think this is Sark's last year at Texas. And not because I think they're going to suck and he's going to get fired. It's not that at all. I think the only way I think he would stay is if they make it to the semifinal, like Final Four. It'd be hard to imagine him leaving after that. But with the rumors last year circulating of him, testing the waters with NFL openings, even though he came out and said it's not true, and obviously he never interviewed or anything, I don't think that came out of thin air. Like, it was reported, and I know this name is funny now, it was reported by Rossini, who's like a real, I don't know, she's a real reporter. It's not just like a Twitter account.
Yeah.
And that couldn't have come out of thin air. Maybe it was more the agent than Sark himself, whatever. But I think his strategy attacking the portal is like so win now that it doesn't even make sense in terms of program building, where it's like, yes, you want to win while the window's open, but you also do have to be somewhat forward thinking. And I feel like he is not considering anything past this year from what we can see in terms of recruiting class, in terms of transfer portal, and just like the current team he has. I mean, after this year, Arch is going to be gone. Cam Coleman's going to be gone. I don't know what Wingo is, but they're going to lose their O-line. They're going to lose one of their running backs at least. They just lost their whole defense that was so good the other year with Makuba and Muhammad and all of those guys. Colin Simmons will be gone. I don't know. So I just think it just like kind of lines up, I feel like, with the rumors circulating last year. I would not be shocked if he made the move to the NFL next year. And if this isn't a prediction, I think Texas is making the playoff this year. I think they're going to be really good. I think they're going to make the SEC championship. But if it ends in either missing the playoff entirely, I think it'd be a mutually agreed to part ways.
Yeah.
If they make it to the playoff and lose first round or maybe second, it might be a similar story.
Yeah.
Or Sark's just leaving. It'd be hard for me to imagine him leaving if they make it to like the national championship or
Yeah.
something. But I don't know. There's just too much there. So, and I know that's not easy to predict. I'm not like I figured it out. That's a hot take, but I feel like it's somewhat conceivable.
Mm-hmm. He's the way he talks. It is trying to think of how different it is from. It really is like at places like Texas, Ohio State, Georgia. Georgia's kind of interesting because Kirby's pretty locked in there, but where there's so much, Michigan maybe would be a similar. It is with the current era of NIL, you really run it similar to an NFL team at this point, and it's honestly
Free agency.
It's probably in some ways harder and more difficult than an NFL team to run, and so with the pressure, I mean, you still get the pressure from the fan base at a school like Texas that is similar to an NFL team where they tune in on Saturday to watch them win, and if they don't win, they just, something's wrong with the coach, new coach, or new team. It's a total win or lose type of situation, and so a lot of the roster changes, a lot of the bringing in new people, it is just like we are bringing in the best football players that money can buy, but also it's not. I'm not saying it like it's a good strategy. I'm saying it as like they are going to do. I think they are going to have a really good chance at winning a national championship this year. But it is very NFL like. And so, I mean, I guess to add to your point, if he was already testing the NFL waters, maybe there's no difference in his mind from being the head coach at Texas being the head coach of a team in the NFL. And if you're at a team in the NFL, I'm sure there are things that you don't have to deal with, that you do have to deal with currently at a place like Texas with the NIL. But college football is so chaos right now, it might be easier in some ways. And you're also dealing with adults, full adults in the NFL who understand all of what it takes and stuff like that. And that presents its own challenges and nuances. But, yeah, I mean, with that being said, he might head on out. He might see light at the end of the tunnel and go that direction. But as far as this Texas team this year, they have spent a lot of money on really, really good players who are probably going to go to the NFL. Within the course of the season, it's going to be interesting to see if all those guys can remain healthy, first off, because if they get injured, their depth is difficult now in the current state of college football. With what their roster might even be just a little bit more so they forced out a lot of the really good players who can get playing time and NIL money somewhere else. And so, I don't want to make it into a bigger thing than it is. I don't think it's a crazy drop off in talent. But the margins are so thin in the SEC, it'll just be interesting to see if that plays at all a factor within the season. Because if it doesn't, if Cam Coleman stays healthy, if the linebacker core especially, if they stay healthy, considering they're already losing one of their really good linebackers, then they'll be fine if they don't lose anybody. And I mean, as the story always is, if the quarterback can play really, really well, they have a shot to win the national championship. What do you think about Arch coming into this season?
I think he's in a good spot. I mean, there's no excuses of lack of talent around him. Are you on Twitter right now? I know you're
a little
kinda
bit,
off
yes.
and on. Have you seen there's been a lot of drama with Texas, especially the last week or so.
All I see is so there was the Cam Coleman catch, and then there was the who threw the football. Why did it have to be that good of a catch?
It was Arch.
Okay.
It ended up being Arch. Because they asked Sark about it, and he laughed. The guy who's behind him.
Okay, and then from that, I've just seen the Arch. I don't know.
It's not even outsiders. It's infighting with Texas fans, Orange Bloods, C.J. Vogel, and Ketchum, and all of those guys are all fighting with each other. Because apparently Arch hasn't had a great camp. I don't buy too much into that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe he hasn't, but you saw what he did at the end of last year. I mean, it was the tale of two quarterbacks. I mean, he was totally different.
Yeah.
From the first 4 weeks to the last 8. But there's just been drama. And then the Ty Anthony Smith stuff. And then there's some freshman, I think he's a DB, whose dad is like going crazy on Twitter, talking about how Texas is screwing my son over and all this stuff.
Okay.
So there's drama with that. There's just been a lot. It's just
Interesting.
storylines on storylines to go into the year. But anyway, going back to Arch, apparently he's had a bad camp. I really don't care. I really don't think it's that deep.
Yeah.
It's camp.
Yeah.
Apparently Diabell's been cooking. It's not surprising.
To your thing about Sark and the recruiting efforts about this coming year, they have insane talent on the depth chart. So my comment earlier about the depth drop off or whatever, I'm thinking of like Parker Livingston leaving. I'm thinking of Trey Wisner leaving. Those guys, they have tight Lockett.
He's still there, Kalik
Lockett, still there. Diabell, still there. Justice Terry, he'll be in the rotation. He was a 5-star, huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
He's in there 2
recruit.
deep. Colton Vashik is still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of freshmen in there 2 and 3 deep. Which is like, they're all talented. It's just like
experience.
There are 2 parts of depth. There's talent depth and there's experience depth. And one's not better than the other. You need both.
Mm-hmm.
It's just with the strategy that they've taken, I think they're banking more in the immediate on if someone needs to step up, that it can be a freshman as opposed to we have 6 combined years of playing time in our 2 deep at this position.
Sure. Yeah. I really don't think the depth thing, I mean, I brought it up, but the more that I think about it, if you replace a starter with a better starter or someone who's going to be more consistent, you're going to be better off in the long run, regardless. So I think they're poised.
Yeah.
For a potentially really good season. If Arch can.
Yeah. And I think they will. I think they're going to have a good year.
I agree with that. What else? You want to talk about Ohio State at all?
I don't even have much to say other than I think they're really good.
Okay.
Just that's really it. I mean, I think Julian Sayin is a beast. And I think he was underappreciated last year. And obviously it ended poorly with that Miami game, just not looking how we thought it would.
Mm-hmm.
But between Smith and Sayin, I think they'll be fine.
Julian Sayin, 3,600 yards, 10th in FBS.
Yeah.
32 touchdowns, 4th in FBS. 8
Yeah.
interceptions. I think he was tied for like 66th. 66th.
Yeah.
But they will have Jeremiah Smith. They will have Chris Henry, who has been heavily in the rotation in early camp and stuff like that. The site that I looked at said that he was going to be the starting X receiver.
Yeah,
I
very well
don't
could.
know. He might just be in the rotation and get a lot of touches. I don't know if he's going to necessarily be a starter. They've got Brock Boyd. He's the freshman from South Lake Carroll. Did you see that video that went viral during the summer? It was like they were talking. It was like, "Who's this white boy? Like, is he gonna do anything?" And then he cooks them for a route or
really?
whatever. Okay, yeah. So he might be the next. What's the Hunter Renfrow?
Oh, okay.
Hunter Renfrow.
It's a good comp, just because he's white.
Because he's shifty, small and shifty.
They are old.
Yeah.
Junior. This is on offense. Junior, senior, redshirt sophomore, senior, junior, sophomore, redshirt sophomore.
Oh, so Bo Jackson will be their running back too. Very good. They have a tough schedule.
Yeah, because they got what? Obviously Michigan every year. They got Oregon, Indiana. I mean, those are the top 4 teams.
Yeah, they have to go to Texas beginning of the
Yeah.
season. They have to play at USC.
That's tough. USC is a lot of people's dark horse.
Yeah. So at Texas week 2, at Iowa week 5, at Indiana week 7, at USC week 8, week 8. Then they got Oregon and Michigan at home.
That's brutal.
That's
not easy.
a lot of quality teams. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 quality teams. Indiana, USC, Texas, Oregon, I want to say are all, I don't know if USC's they're top 15, but all those teams, I think that's top 15. Some of those are top 5, 10. So yeah, that is, I think with how difficult their schedule is, I think they're a team that either barely misses out on the playoff or they make it in, and if they make it into the playoff, look out.
Yeah.
They could just bulldoze everyone and win it all. But to be that consistent with the quality teams that they have to face, that's a tall order for anybody. So yeah,
Yeah. No, I completely agree. If they make it in, they earned that spot.
Yeah, 100%. What else? What are some points that you want to touch on?
I mean, I could go just team by team for days, but I feel like there are so many just like overarching college football storylines. The first year head coaches is the most fascinating thing to me. Like I'm going to be tuning into games that I never would have tuned into in the past because I'm interested to see how like a coach has their team looking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we just ripped it a little bit earlier, but there are so many interesting ones. And in power conferences and, the group of 6 or whatever, group of 5, it's group of 6 now. Oh, that's another storyline. It's now the group of 6. Did you know that?
I did
You
not.
kept up with that?
Mm-mm.
You know the Pac-12 is back?
Did they finally add like Texas State?
Yeah.
And all those
There are
teams?
8 teams. So they're playing each other twice
Whoa.
in conference play. There are teams playing 2 times in conference.
Whoa.
But it's like most of them were from the Mountain West. It's like Boise State, San Diego State, Colorado State's there. Oregon State, Washington State are still, they were the only 2 left. They're still there.
Okay. So they're keeping it. Well, I guess that's unofficially because the Power 4 and Group of 6, I don't actually know. Does that have definitive? No, that has definitive because there's only one, the top Group of 5 team makes it in to the playoff. So Pac-12 is now going to be considered within that.
Yeah. So, if the champion of the Pac-12 is the highest rank of all the Group of 5 champions, they'll make it in.
Okay. Because, Oregon State and Yeah, I would consider Oregon State a group of 5 team.
Mm-hmm.
Level
Yeah.
wise. It's not like
Yeah.
Michigan's
they
hanging out in the
sucked last
Pac-12
year.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then let's do this. I was thinking of a segment. I'm going to name a new head coach. You're going to tell me, and I'll participate as well. Do you think they're going to...
Ooh.
Now, here's the interesting part, though. So I'm going to explain it, and then we're going to figure out together how to define these labels. So it is overachieve or underachieve for a new head coach. Now, how do you want to label, like, how do you want to quantify whether they overachieved or not? Do you want to go by over-under for their win totals for that Vegas sets? Or, because how are we going to do, like...
That's just hard because of... Then you got to dive into their schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Whatever you think. You call it.
We could just do by general characteristics. So let's go by what we would assume at the end of the season that a majority of the fan base would say.
Yeah.
Whether they overachieve or underachieve. So again, that's kind of a gray line. But I think there would be like a general sentiment that for Mike Elko, he overachieved in his first season.
Oops.
Whereas, I'm trying to think of a coach who would have underachieved. Now, as a first-year head coach, is there such a thing as underachieve? Like,
yeah, there is. I feel like, like especially on the big names. If Lane Kiffin wins 5 games, massive underachievement.
That's good. Okay, then let's go Lane at LSU first. Overachieve or underachieve?
I'm gonna say over.
You're gonna say overachieve.
I feel like you could also say like moderate.
I know. I was thinking like, do we want to have a middle ground? But I think most of them you would say.
Yeah, that's fair.
They would most fall. So this would just force you to do one or the other.
Yeah.
So, okay, if you had to guess, you'd say overachieve.
I'd say over.
Okay. I'm trying to think of...
He's just the portal king. He can make it work.
I agree. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to go underachieve. I'm going to write this down, though, because I want to remember.
We can revisit.
I want to revisit this. Chief. So I said, okay. So you said overachieve? Cool. Okay. We'll go Kyle Whittingham next. New head coach at Michigan.
Ooh.
Coming from Utah.
I am a Kyle Whittingham fan and believer. I'm also a known and proud Bryce Underwood fan and believer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say underachieve.
You're going to go underachieve.
I'm going to go underachieve. I think, especially early, he is, I don't know. I feel like, especially if we're trying to guess how the fan base feels, fan base already isn't behind him after his comments on how he feels about Ohio State.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Where they were like, have you embraced the rivalry? Like, you hate the O? He was like, hate's a strong word. We just play them in football. It's not that big a deal. And the fans were not. They're like, yeah, this is not going to work out if you don't hate them with every fiber in your being. He later came back, and his answer's not wrong. He's being honest, and honestly, he's very truthful about it, and probably sane. He's like, I want to beat them as bad as anybody, and I'm going to do everything I can to, but like, I'm not going to sit up here and be like, I hate their guts.
Yeah. See, that was Mike Elko always does the good PR answers. He's so good at it. With the Texas game where he's like, this game matters so much to the fan base and to our players, right? Like, this is a rivalry game that matters in recruiting or whatever. So he states the importance of it. He never really talks about his own opinion, right? Or he never is like, to me, it's more like, I'm just coaching. Yeah, he kind of does a good job of dance. Basically, it's coach speak. But
I also don't even know Michigan's schedule, but just Big Ten, I'm assuming, is not easy. I know they have OU and non-con again.
That'll be good.
Which will be at home this year. Iowa, Penn State, Indiana, Oregon, UCLA, Ohio State. Yeah, I'm saying underachieve.
I'm going to also go underachieve. You convinced me. I was going to go overachieve, but that was more off of my personal, I don't expect a ton from Michigan this year.
That's
and
fair.
then they do better than my expectation, but we're doing it based off of the fan base's expectations coming into this year.
And I'm not even saying this is a shot. Like, I think this is good in sports. Michigan's fan base is one of the most crazy, like, delusional. So I would not be shocked if Michigan won 7 games and they're like, fire him already. Like, it's over. It's like Whittingham is a great coach, strong resume. I think he could very much improve that I also think he's the perfect hire for them. Maybe not the home run like a Lane Kiffin, where it's like, this is one of the best coaches in America for sure. But that school needs stability more than any other school in the country. After the Ward Manuel stuff, their AD, after the Connor Stallion, Sharon Moore, Jim Harbaugh, and that's not a shot at Harbaugh. I love Harbaugh, but just the drama. They have been the most inconsistent, unstable program in college football the last 3 or 4 years. And I think Whittingham is the perfect voice of reason, who's also a good coach, who can just provide stability. Maybe he wins 7 games, and then goes to 8 and then 9, and then they're back and they want their AD wants a home run hire. I don't know, but I think he's a perfect hire. He underachieves this year by their standards.
Okay. I like that. I like that thing. I'm doing this just for me on my thing. I'm going to put a number next to the thing, and it's my confidence on how confident I am on my answer, because this is based off of how much in-depth looking at the roster, looking at what they have, what people think they have, my opinions and stuff like that. I feel like on the Lane Kiffin one, I'm gonna put my confidence at either a 6 or a 7.
All right, bro.
I'm gonna put my confidence at a 6. For this one, my confidence is low because I haven't done, other than Bryce Underwood, I really I'm sure they're going to have a good running back this coming year, but I haven't done a ton of looking at Michigan as a whole going into the season, but that might just be for me. Okay. Matt Campbell, Penn State.
That's a hard one.
That's a really difficult one. Now, what do you think of them being preseason? Hold up. They are preseason ranked. Oh, no, I don't have numbers by them. Wait. I think they're preseason ranked 18. What do you think about that?
That's just the AP. I mean, I think that shows how ridiculous preseason rankings are. Clemson's ranked right now, too. That's because these voters get run out of names, and they don't want to make hot takes, so they just throw teams that have been there in the past up. The fact that Clemson's ranked is embarrassing for AP and is just...
Wait, they are? I don't see them.
Or they were 26, maybe? 25, 26.
Oh, okay. Because Missouri's 25th, Louisville 24th,
See, that's
Houston.
wrong, too. I don't think Missouri's any good. especially with Ahmad Hardy being hurt. He might
Yeah.
not be ready the first couple of games of this season.
Michigan's ranked higher than Penn State. I mean, they have
See,
Bryce
I have
Underwood,
less
but-
of a problem with that.
Okay.
I don't have as much a problem with that. I am a Matt Campbell fan, and I hope it works out for him. I'm not a Penn State fan. Penn State has a pretty easy schedule. I mean, it's hard to say what the line is between over and underachieving.
Yeah. I know. It's not an exact science.
I'm a Matt Campbell fan. I'm a Rocco Becht fan. Not as like a Heisman contender. They got an easy schedule. I'm going to say he overachieves.
Okay. I'm going to go underachieves.
Dang, bro, you hating. You hating on all these guys.
I think people are going to understand how good of a coach. Not, and this is not a shot at Matt Campbell, but I just think people are going to. You know where I was. You know how I felt about the James Franklin stuff.
I agreed for the most part.
Yeah.
They did him dirty.
Yeah.
And it was a dumb decision.
I'm going to go underachieves. But what's that really mean? John Summerall.
Oof. 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 You want to start this one off?
Oh man, I really feel like I'm just throwing paint on on a canvas and seeing if it sticks, because I really, other than vibes, I really don't have any substance to what I'm saying. But with John Summerall in Florida, let's look at their. Is it possible to look at their schedule? Do they have? They don't have the gauntlet that they have had the past couple seasons, I don't think. At Auburn, Ole Miss, Missouri, South Carolina, at Texas, which is tough, and then Georgia, Oklahoma at home. No, that's it.
That's manageable.
That's manageable. Who's their quarterback going to be?
Freaking Philo or whatever.
Okay. I was thinking of the Arkansas guard. I think his
LeBaron
name-
Philon.
Yeah.
Oh, he was. Philon was Bama, right?
I think I'm thinking of the right person. So John Summerall, I am going to go. I'm going to go overachieve.
I'm going under.
This is good. This is good. We're going to have a lot of funny takes to look back on.
Yeah. I'm
Confident.
going under.
Okay.
But I mean, what is that? How many wins do you think they have?
I think they have. I think they beat. I think they beat Auburn. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
6,
5.
7, 8.
I think they could have 7, maybe even 8.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I'm not with that. I think they're at 6.
I think 6. Let's see. I just am curious what
They
Vegas.
lose to Ole Miss, Texas, Georgia, OU. For sure. Ole Miss, Georgia, Texas, OU. And then I'll give it to Auburn. Maybe Mizzou. I don't think Vanderbilt's any good. I don't know. I think their
Okay.
max is 7.
No, if you go 7, that is right below the line for Vegas is under what they would think. So it's 7.5.
I'd
Is there a
take
lot?
the under.
So you would take the under, and I'm saying that they will go over. I think they will overachieve. but I don't have high confidence in that.
Looking at their depth chart, it doesn't even make sense. They have 7 rostered wide receivers. How?
They lost Eugene Wilson. It's literally Dallas.
Eric Singleton, they got. Remember him?
Yes.
Auburn
Yes.
and Georgia Tech.
Yeah, you should.
Burnell Brown. I mean, they have 7. Yeah, they have 7 wide receivers. I mean, I don't even know how this is possible. How do they have such a small roster? They have so many kickers. They have 3 kickers.
Kicker wide out combo.
That's crazy.
They're two-way players, but on special teams.
I mean, Jaden Baugh and Dallas Wilson are dogs,
Mhm.
and Eric Singleton is good.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like thin.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going under.
Okay. Underachieve. Pete Golding.
Under.
We are both in agreement.
And I like him.
Yeah, I do too.
And he's stepping into something really tough. But I'm going under. I'm a believer in Trinidad. If you're
Mhm.
not a believer in Trinidad, something's wrong with you.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But I mean, just the SEC schedule, the new play caller. Because I mean, people forget too. The OC that was calling plays for them during the playoff, even after all the drama, he left after the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
In Charlie Weiss. So I don't know. I just don't think they can put it together.
Their total is 8.5 wins.
I'm going under. They lose to Georgia. They lose to Texas. They lose to OU. They lose one more, either to LSU. I don't think they lose to Florida. That's a good line, but
Yeah.
I'm still going to say under.
Okay. I will go. Should I just go? No, I'll stick with under as well. I'll go with my gut. People ain't. Ryan Silverfield
Oh, my
at
God.
Arkansas.
Man, that's rough.
I mean, the bar is astronomically low.
Mm-hmm.
So
Their over-under is 3.5.
you're
I'm dead serious. I
you're
think it is.
you're not. You are not serious.
Look it up. I think it's 3.5.
Let's see. Oh my gosh.
Is it?
3.5 to 4.5, depending on the sports book.
Let's
Well,
see. I think they can beat North Alabama, maybe Tulsa.
oh my gosh.
I mean, look at this schedule. They have Arkansas,
my.
or they have Utah
Good
non-con
Lord.
at Utah, and then they go to Georgia, or they have Georgia, A&M, Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Missouri, Auburn, South Carolina, Texas, LSU.
They might be able to beat South Carolina because it's at home. Yeah, 3.5. Yeah. North Alabama, Tulsa.
I mean, I'm not giving them Utah off rip. Like, I'm not just
No.
like, that's a gimme.
No, not at all. I'm saying, yeah, North Alabama, Tulsa are the two that you would say, okay, I think they can do. But then,
You got to find 2 more, and you can go maybe, let's say by the end of the year, South Carolina falls apart. They
Yeah.
fire Beamer.
maybe
Maybe that's something. I still don't think so.
at Auburn. I know it's first year, but
I still don't know. Missouri, I don't think.
Vanderbilt, I know is.
They're struggling. They're not going to be good this year.
I don't think, yeah. I don't know if they keep it up.
I think Arkansas's under. I bet they go 3-9. I bet they beat North Alabama, Tulsa, and they find one SEC win against like Vanderbilt or maybe a South Carolina if that gets ugly.
Okay. Then we're both going to go underachieve on that one. Will Stein, Kentucky.
Will Stein, that's an interesting one for me. I think it's hard for me to say for this year. I think he is the right hire for them, for sure. And it may end up being not the same record, but like Elko, where year one, the record isn't anything amazing by their standards. Maybe you go 6-6 or something, but like for the fan base, that for what they're used to, that's good. I think Stein could be good.
Okay. So are you going to go overachieve? Because again, this is based off fan base.
What's their line at?
I don't know.
Man, they don't have it easy. Good Lord.
4.5.
Give me the over.
Okay. I'm also doing the over. I think
They can beat, so 4.5. You need to find 5 wins. They beat Youngstown State. They beat South Alabama. There's 2. They beat Vanderbilt. That's 3. So you need to find 2 more wins. You can find it maybe against the Louisville. Maybe.
yeah.
That's
a
just
rivalry
a
game.
rivalry, end of year. Maybe against a South Carolina or a Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kentucky knows about beating Florida.
Yes, they do.
So, yeah, I'll say over. I bet they win 5 games.
Okay. I am also going to go overachieve as well.
Also, just talking about our team, they worry me a tiny bit for A&M. Not like I'm scared or I think we're going to lose. I mean, Jay Bateman's their DC.
Mm-hmm.
I think Will Stein's a great play caller and can make things work. I wouldn't project a loss still, but you can't, sleepwalk into that game.
Yeah. No, totally. Okay. James Franklin.
Oh, goodness. I think he is a home run hire. Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so you would say over? Because again, it's kind of based off of.
I don't even know who's on their roster, if I'm being so honest. I just know it's James Franklin. Because there's no way it's still Kyron Drones, right?
I would highly doubt it.
It's obviously not Drew Aller. Ethan Grunkemeyer.
My guy.
Running back Marcellus Hawkins. Quayshawn Brown.
Kwame Brown is on Virginia Tech.
Taki Heath. Lath Ginam. What are these names? Montavious Cunningham. That's crazy.
They got some dogs down there.
What am I going to do? Let's see. They got to play Cal, Maryland, ODU, Boston College. Okay. I'm going to go L. That's 4. I mean, I bet they win 7 games.
I think that's.
Is that considered over or under?
I would think so.
I'll take the over.
I'm
I'm
also
just a
going to
James
go
Franklin
over.
fan.
Me too. I think he's a great coach. I think there's a lot of energy going into that place with him there. So I think big things are going to be happening at Virginia Tech. Colin Klein, Kansas State.
Oh. Big 12 is always so random. Is Avery Johnson still there? I think he is.
I know. State roster. Looks like it.
Yeah, he's got to be. I think he can make Avery Johnson work.
Mm-hmm.
He fits that mold. And for that reason, I'm saying over.
Okay.
Cincinnati not going to be good. Nichols, Washington State. Kansas without Jalen Daniels. Houston's probably an L. Arizona State's probably an L. Oklahoma State, that's a good game. Yeah, I'm saying over.
Okay. I'm also going to go over on that one. Alex Golish.
Woo. Oof. I like Golish.
I do too.
They got it rough though.
Here, you know what? I'll make it easy. Under.
I mean, they lose to Bama. They lose to Ole Miss. They lose to Georgia. Lose to LSU. Florida's an interesting one. I think they beat Baylor.
6.5 is their
6.5? Okay. Let me
6.5.
find the wins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They're playing Baylor.
Dude, it comes down, in my mind, it comes down to the winner if they can beat Florida or not. I think they'll be, their max is 7. And it'll come down to that Florida game. That's a toss up. Where is that game? It's at night.
Let's see, what did I say?
And
for
it's at
Johnson?
home.
Yeah, I said over, so.
Byram Brown. I mean, it's all USF.
You said underachieve on John Summerall, so if it comes
So,
down to
yeah,
the
I'm gonna
Florida
go
game,
over.
then you could go over,
That
and then
fits.
that would be fit.
Because
that would
whenever
fit.
I was looking at them, I was thinking Auburn wins, and I'll stick
Mhm.
with it.
'Kay.
I'll say over for Golesh.
Okay. I said under. I mean, there's a couple more head coaches. I don't know.
Here, this one can be just kind of really quick.
Okay.
Because I have names too. My personal favorite to watch this year, Billy Napier, James Madison. I'm hyped for that. I think that's an over. I think he's going to do good.
I would also put an over as
Mm.
well. That would be. Yeah, I just feel bad for him.
Eric Morris and Drew Mestemaker
Mhm.
are going to make the Big 12 even crazier, which I'm excited for. There's
like-
Tosh Lapoy at Cal. He
Cal.
was Oregon's DC last year. Now he's at Cal. Bob Chesney at UCLA.
That's an interesting one to watch.
That's a good one, I think. I'm excited for that because he was at James Madison.
It's going to be very interesting. Jim Mora, Colorado
Tomorrow,
State.
in the Pac-12.
In the Pac-12.
Crazy.
Indeed. I forgot that he was a head coach in the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah. He old.
He is old. Tavita Pritchard,
I don't even know who that is.
Stanford.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Hartline.
Brian Hartline at USF. That could be
Yep.
fun.
Oh, so I wonder if Brian Hartline is coaching Michael Van Buren, or if it's UCF that he went to. I think it's probably USF,
I'll look it up.
because that's kind of a cool combo.
South Florida, USF.
Okay. That's a cool combo.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be kind of cool to look out. Now, yeah, USF will probably play Florida and Miami, so we'll get to see them against Power 4 teams. What do you think?
Hartline's name's been thrown around for so long. What were you going to ask?
I was just going to ask, what are your thoughts on Miami coming into the season? Because coming off
They
of,
lost a lot, but they're in the ACC, so I think they'll still be there.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, they lost a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But they still have Malachi Tony,
Yep.
which is really freaking good. And I think Dorian Mensah is really good.
And they lost Carson Beck.
Mm-hmm.
Say what you will about that, but. he was
But I
good.
think Dorian Mensah can fill that pretty well. Fill
Okay.
that role at quarterback. I mean, they lost Mesidor and Ruben Bain.
Yep.
Which is big. They lost that safety,
Offensive.
the
Oh,
offensive lineman, the tackle, left tackle. What's his name?
I don't remember. It's
All I
like
can think of. Francis Mauigoa.
Yeah.
Um,
I knew it was a Hawaiian name.
At first, I was thinking Francis Ngannou, the UFC fighter, and that's all I could think of. Francis Mauigoa. That safety,
Oh, Scott.
yeah, Xavier's.
It's gonna come to me. Starts with a K. I think it starts with a K. He was good. I think he
cooked against us.
Yeah.
Keontae.
Keontae Scott.
Yeah.
Knew it started with a K.
But I think they'll still be good because they're in such a ridiculously bad conference.
Mm-hmm. I saw a tier list the other day though, and it was like teams that you're just like you would comfortably say are going to be very good, and Miami was in that tier.
Mm-hmm.
People were not saying that when they were 10-2 and made it into the playoff barely.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they went to the national championship. They had a great run, but then now we're in the comfortable zone.
No.
I think they had a great run. I think they have great players. I think Mario Cristobal was a head coach who could win a national championship, but
I still don't even trust Cristobal.
I don't know. After that Georgia Tech thing, I mean, might never fully be able to.
That seriously might be the reason. I might just never allow myself to after how disgusting that was.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think they'll be good. I think they could easily make the playoff as the champion of the ACC. But I still am not even like they can go far again.
Yeah.
I couldn't confidently say that.
Yeah. I agree. I don't. Not at all. Not in my head.
And we were Miami fans last year before anyone else was.
Yeah, exactly.
We really were.
Yeah. So yeah, don't. I was talking with my dad about this the other day. Everyone is. If you're trying to make out A&M season last year to being a disappointment, you need to shut the heck up.
Yeah.
Because we were high on Miami the entire season. We thought we put them as our number one team, and so they lost to Louisville and then lost to who's the other team they lost to in the regular season? It was another. It wasn't Duke.
Virginia.
Maybe it was.
I don't even know.
I can't remember, but yeah, they were 10-2. It had to have been a good team. I don't remember. Or maybe was it only Louisville?
No, they lost 2 games.
That's gonna make me so mad.
Yeah, it is. Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
Okay.
The heck? Louisville? Oh. Overtime. A team I hate.
Who was it?
A fake ACC team. They are in the ACC,
Notre Dame?
which is hilarious now.
I was like, wait, what? That doesn't make sense. They beat Notre Dame.
SMU.
Oh. That's right.
Everyone
That
knows
is right,
the
yeah.
downtown Dallas and member of the Atlantic Coastal Conference.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, I forgot about that too. I'm remembering it now. But yes, Miami, yeah. I mean, yeah, we thought they were the best team going into week 6, week 7, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, coming in this season, I don't feel as so they're going to be a good team, but are they in the comfortable, like they're comfortably good? Like I would put Ohio State in that tier, but because of their schedule, I wouldn't say anything indicative about the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Oregon, I think you could put in that tier of just like they've got Dante Moore, they've got DeCorian Moore, they've got Evan Stewart, they've got
Evan Stewart still.
Yeah. Yep. They've got. Oh, did they get Coy Perch?
Yeah, Coy Perrick.
Or Perrick? Yeah.
They be churning out these white DBs out of the portal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because they had Dylan Thieneman.
Yeah.
And now they got Coy Parrott.
Mm-hmm. So Oregon, I would put in that tier. Texas, I might put in that. I'm putting in the tier of just like their rosters are loaded. It's a safe bet.
It's a safe bet. Georgia, I feel like, can go up there.
Georgia could go up there. What about Notre Dame? Did you put
Yes.
them in there?
This
Yep.
year, yes.
Notre Dame.
Bro, I haven't even...
Indiana, Miami might be in similar tiers, no?
Yeah.
Or would you go up?
I would put
on that
Indiana
tier?
higher in it than Miami.
Okay.
But That's mostly because I'm a Josh Hoover super fan, like believer. Just because everyone else hates on him, and I bet he has a good year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more worried about Indiana because of their defense, how much they lost last year.
True. Aiden Fishk. Or is it Fisher?
I don't even know.
I thought it was
D'Angelo Pons is the one that I'm thinking of.
his dog.
You can go solo for a minute, or we could pause.
I could go solo for a minute.
I'll hurry.
No, you're good. Yeah. So I'll read out the top 25, the preseason top 25 as it stands. I also wrote down, so I have here the AP poll from 2025, the AP poll final rankings from 2025, and the CFB final rankings going into the tournament of last year. The reason I have those is to just give a kind of like a cool before and after of why the preseason rankings don't matter, and two, just kind of see how many teams were in the top 10 at the beginning of the year, and then how many were not even close at the end. So, well, okay, I said I was going to read the 2026 preseason top 25. Let me just do the top 10 of 2025 of last year. So we remember that Texas and Penn State headlined at 1 and 2. Texas dropped out of the rankings. They were kind of in and out of top 25 the whole season. Penn State dropped out and never returned. And then they fired their head coach. Crazy season for Penn State. You had Ohio State 3. They ended up being in the college football playoff. You had Clemson 4. They were another crazy example of, it was Clemson and Penn State were the two big ones that just really dropped off the face of the earth. You've got Georgia at 5. They ended up making it in. Notre Dame at 6. They barely lost out. Oregon at 7. They made it in. Alabama at 8. They made it in. LSU at 9. LSU did not have a great season. For their standards, Miami at 10. They stayed in. And then right after that, it just gets real crazy because you have Arizona at 11, Illinois at 12, South Carolina at 13, Michigan 14, Florida 15, SMU 16, Kansas State 17, Oklahoma 18. Oklahoma was a big riser, ended up being really good that season. Texas A&M 19. Texas A&M rose as high as number 3 in the country. Some argued that they were the best at one point. Indiana at 20. That's your 2025 national champions. Ole Miss at 21. College football semifinalists. Iowa State, 22. They had a ton of injuries. Dropped out. Texas Tech, 23. I mean, they were ranked number 4. We were high on them the entire last season. They had the Defensive Player of the Year, or the linebacker award, Butkus Award winner, as well as David Bailey, one of the best defensive edge rushers, or defensive ends. I think he was, Tennessee, number 24, and then Boise State, 25. So, yeah, honestly, after 10, after 11 down, you had a lot just dropped off the face of the earth, and then you had a few risers because the final. So this is the top 10 after going into the college football playoff. Indiana number 1, Ohio State number 2, Georgia number 3, Texas Tech number 4, Oregon number 5, Ole Miss number 6, A&M 7, Oklahoma 8, Alabama 9, Miami 10, Notre Dame 11, BYU 12. So really, I mean, you kind of see it. The big brands do end up rising to the top, and it's just because they have the teams with the best players on it. With a couple like Indiana, Texas Tech, Oklahoma kind of surprised people, but again, they're a big brand. So, okay, knowing that, going in, looking at this preseason top 10, you have Ohio State 1, Oregon 2, Georgia 3, Notre Dame 4, Texas 5, Indiana 6, Miami 7, Texas A&M 8, Ole Miss 9, Oklahoma 10, LSU 11, Texas Tech 12, Alabama 13, then you got BYU 14, USC 15. USC, I think, is going to be a riser. Mm-hmm. I think USC's. I haven't peeked at their schedule unless their schedule is ridiculously hard for some reason. I I would say that USC is going to hop into that top 15. We're going to be talking about them as a college football playoff team.
Yep.
And I think we're going to have a team like Ole Miss. We're going to have a team like maybe Miami. Kind of talked about that. Maybe even, I hate to say it, I'm saying Texas A&M could be in the realm of they have a tough schedule. You got injured, they just drop out. Oklahoma, maybe. I know you're high on Oklahoma, but they have Brett Venables as their head coach. And he has been, up and down. Let's see. USC, and then Michigan, Washington, Penn State. Penn State, they're up there because of brand. I wouldn't say that any college football fan who's watched the past last season and then the off season would put Penn State in the top 25 preseason. Not to say they can't be there and their brand doesn't attract. I just don't think Penn State, you would be like, yeah, they're a top 25 team right now. That's why you don't do preseason rankings, though.
Yeah.
And then SMU, Tennessee, Utah, Iowa, Houston, Louisville, Missouri.
I don't think Missouri's there by the end of the year at all.
I don't think so either.
Iowa will forever be between 20 and 25.
Yep.
I don't know about Tennessee. Are they? Yeah, they're starting Faison Brandon.
I think so, yeah. So.
Isn't that wild? His first name is Faison and his last name is Brandon. You know his name is not Brandon Faison. It's Faison Brandon.
Okay. Go mom and dad.
Yeah, and that top tier, I think Ole Miss is a faller. I think A&M could potentially be a faller because of the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ohio State, the only way to go is down whenever you're number one. I don't think they're going to be bad, but I could see they're going to drop, I think, because their schedule's too hard to run the table. If they do, that'd be historically good regular season. I will have the same opinion of this Ohio State team, not because of, with Indiana where I was holding my breath, waiting for I was just waiting for the the execution level to drop eventually. Never did. Won a national championship. Mm-hmm. With Ohio State, it's like the talent's going to be there, but with how many good games they have to play, I'm just waiting for the injuries or just the fact that they have to play so many good teams for it to take its toll and for them to, either if they ran the table, gosh, that'd be one of the more impressive regular seasons. It'd be, depending on how the other teams do that they beat. Who was it? Was it the LSU 2019 team that was like, you look at their schedule and it was just like Texas, mm-hmm. Alabama, that was Florida, in the SEC championship game. It would be up there with some of the best, depending on how the other teams did. So did you say, because I was gonna, what? I'm distracted.
Yeah.
Dolly Parton just died.
Really?
Dang, rip. Anyway, what were you gonna ask?
Breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news. Rest in peace, Dolly Parton.
This is our live reaction to Dolly Parton.
It's crazy.
Passing away. That's, okay. My favorite moment of Dolly Parton is when she walked out at the Tennessee game.
Oh, yeah, that was good. I was going to say that she did the Thanksgiving halftime show like 2 years ago for the Cowboys. That was kind of lit.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, that was kind of lit.
I think I remember that.
I was in Nashville not long ago, and we went to the Country Music Hall of Fame, and there's like a Dolly Parton section. Like it
really?
Is just, it's crazy. Dang. Sorry that.
How old was she?
80. Okay. Not that old.
It's not super old. Well, rest in peace, Dolly Parton.
Peace. Sorry, what were you going to ask? That's why I was on my phone.
No. Okay, we dedicate this podcast episode to Dolly Parton in her memory.
And frick you, Jolene. Frick you, Jolene.
Yeah, I guess we can't play
get copyrighted.
What's the Tennessee song?
Oh, Rocky Top?
Rocky Top. Rocky Top, you'll always be. Wait. Yeah.
Home Sweet Home to me.
Home sweet home to me. Good old Dolly Parton. Rocky Top, Tennessee. I don't mean that. Yeah, I do mean that from the bottom of my heart. Okay?
Rip.
Rest in peace.
Rip legend.
Yeah, what was I? Oh, okay. What do you think any other teams that are not going to be, that are highly ranked in the preseason, let's just say top
Highly
15,
ranked.
that are just going to fall off the face of the earth? Because we had a lot last year.
We
Texas, Penn State, Clemson.
Golly. There's no way it's like last year.
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm an SMU hater, but I don't even know their schedule. I just don't like SMU. It's not going to be Notre Dame.
Okay.
I think Notre Dame is going to be really freaking good. Also, Notre Dame basically free into the playoff.
Yeah.
Because this is the first year where if they're ranked in the top 12, they have an auto bid.
That's a thing now?
Yeah. Starting this season.
If they're ranked in the top 12 ending the season?
Yeah. Like they're...
So like because last year they just switched it at the end, so they can't do that anymore.
I guess not. Because they can't...
Okay.
Because they won't have conference championship week. Because they're not in a conference, so they don't play a conference championship game. And that's
Whoa.
the way that the ACC muddied out with Virginia losing to Duke.
Yeah.
Caused the problem, so then they ranked Miami, and because of the head-to-head. But if entering championship week, if Notre Dame is top 12, they're in the playoff.
What? That's ridiculous because conference championship week doesn't matter to them. They can't.
Yeah. All it can do is help them if other teams fall.
I think that doesn't make sense because
doesn't.
everyone else can move.
Yeah.
Well, everyone else playing in a conference championship can move. But if they can't, so if you have, I mean, again, we could do hypothetical scenarios all the time, but if Notre Dame is on the fringe like they were this past year, well, I guess if this past year's situation happened again, it just eliminates this past year's situation. Well, no, hold on. Did anyone? No, because Miami wasn't even playing for an ACC championship.
Mm-hmm.
If they were, so if a team, I don't even, like Big 12, so if Texas Tech was 13 and Notre Dame was 12, and Texas Tech beats God knows who would be in the other team in the Big 12 championship. Just pick a name out of the hat. And they win, they would have to jump 2 spots to make it in.
Mm-hmm. This update stems from a memorandum of understanding, addresses situations like the end of 2025, when Notre Dame finished ranked number 11 but missed the field because of automatic conference champion rules. So the thing is, it prevents last year, which is, there's no way this happens again. We had 2 group of 5 champions in because you have to have 5 conference champions in. And so James Madison and Tulane made it above Notre Dame, even though they were ranked 11th. And obviously better than both of those teams. So it helped. It basically protects them to where they can't get screwed by a group of 5 anymore.
Okay.
Basically.
You know, honestly, we're probably never going to run in. I say this. We're probably, statistically, we're not going to run into a situation where this screws somebody.
But basically, what it does, because of how easy their schedule can be every year as an independent, it basically means you'll have 5 champions in Notre Dame almost every year, unless Notre Dame falls hard and loses 3 games. Or even 2 games, with one of them being like Northern Illinois, like they did 2 years ago. So it's, yeah.
Man.
They get Their own treatment.
Legitimately. Because I'm not even knocking Notre Dame
I'm not either.
and their roster, because their roster will be good enough to win a national championship.
For sure.
But, man, you would rather be an independent every day than play in the SEC, because
Yeah.
there are probably 4 or 5 teams in the SEC that have national championship rosters. Maybe even, yeah. And so, but they're going to have to go through the gauntlet of the SEC, and they're going to have a lot more injuries. They're going to lose because they're playing quality teams.
Yep.
Oh, man. Well,
There it is.
good for Notre Dame. Yes.
I guess.
Let's see. So you said not Notre Dame. State of Oregon. Yeah, I unfortunately have to say I think Texas A&M could be one of those teams that
Mhm.
really gets bumped down. I think Ole Miss could potentially be one of those teams.
I think Alabama could potentially be.
Okay.
Michigan. I am excited to watch Washington this year. Damon Williams back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think, to be honest, I don't think with any of these teams you're going to be able to predict which one is going to fall, because I think it's going to be a good roster that just for whatever reason the wheels do not get off the tarmac. It just goes down. Because you wouldn't have looked at that Clemson team and thought the wheels were going to fall off.
Mm-hmm.
And that Penn State team. I mean,
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see who it is. Who do you think is going to be the highest riser? So Indiana was 20 and won the national championship. Again,
That's crazy.
preseason doesn't matter, but
Highest riser. Oh, that's hard to say.
I'm going to go USC.
That's the one that I was looking at.
Mhm.
But considering their schedule, I don't know how high they can even go.
Okay.
I mean, because it has to be in that like 11 to 25 range.
Yeah.
So I would probably go. I'd go USC as well. Just I don't see BYU doing that. I don't see Bama doing that with their schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Texas Tech, even if they run the Big 12 again, they can only go so high, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not? Let's do it. USC.
Come on, baby.
I'm a known USC fan.
Huge USC podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have anything else from thought? Do you want to just talk about A&M football for the rest of the time?
Let's do it.
Okay. Let's do it then. Where do you want to
Time
start?
are we at? Just curious.
We're at 250.
Holy frick.
Yeah. This is honestly flown by. This
Yeah,
is,
that's crazy.
but we haven't done it in so long, and we've had so much to catch up on, and
Yeah.
it's football season, so, well, almost.
50, that's nuts.
Yeah, this is a good treat. This is a good, yeah, this will give people a lot to listen
Yeah.
to. Since I know they're dying.
Yeah,
too.
they've been dying.
Yeah, the amount of how many people came up to you and was like, "Why aren't y'all doing the podcast
No,
anymore?"
my phone was blowing up.
Thousands of people, right?
People found my work email.
People were stopping you on the street and stuff.
Yeah. Got old.
I think my grandfather asked me, or maybe it was my grandmother, was like, "You're not doing, or have you taken a break from the podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're doing it." And she was like, "Are people like, why haven't you done this?" I'm like, "Not a single person has said that to me. Not a single person has reached out and said anything." But yeah, let's talk about some Texas
Let's do
A&M football. Year 3 under Big Mike Elko. We've got Marcel Reed coming back. This will be his second full season as the starting quarterback. We've got a deep wide receiver core. You've got experienced running backs in Reuben Owens and Jamarian Morrow, played it off and on last season.
Mm-hmm.
You've got an offensive line that has experience, but not experience playing with each other in game environments. You've got a defensive line where you're bringing in a lot of guys from the transfer portal.
Mm-hmm.
Linebacker core that gets Damian Sanford back, which is huge as a captain from his injury in the spring. And then you've got Noah McHale and Lockhart.
Mm-hmm.
J-Lock. Shout out J-Lock. You've got a DB room that Mike has said is the best that he's had in his years here. Does that include his defensive coordinator years?
Yes.
Wow. So that's because, I mean, he had the Jalen Jones, the 2020.
Antonio Johnson.
That's right.
Leon O'Neal, Damani Richardson.
Buddy Johnson, I
Mhm.
guess is linebacker, but
Yeah.
wow. That makes me excited.
Mm-hmm.
It is a group of guys, and then and you've got a good recruiting class coming in, guys that you wanted.
Yeah.
So my question is, I'm trying to think of where I want to start. What are your expectations for this season?
Ooh. Oh, what do you mean by that?
Based off of the past 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
both the successes and failures, going into the season, being understanding of the schedule, being understanding of the players that you have on the field, what is a realistic expectation that isn't overinflated because
Mm-hmm.
you're expecting it always to be progressing more and more and more, because you went 11-3 technically.
2.
No, 11-2. You went 11-2. You went to the college football playoff last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with everything going on, what would you say is something where it's like, the bar's been met?
I will view 8 wins as possible, as not a floor, like a total floor, but I think 9 wins with this schedule and the circumstance, you should be happy with.
I agree.
Like, pleased. It's like success. 10, anything above that is like, holy crap, we actually have Lisan Al-Gaib running our program. The schedule's just so rough. And there's definitely stuff that you need to see. Like, the D-line is like, has so much potential, but you haven't seen it. Like, Marco Jones is untapped. You've never seen Antosaka here, and
We've seen him.
We've seen him in interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
But on the
world's
field
seen
on
him.
Saturday,
Yeah.
So there's that, and how much has Marcel Reed done in the off season to work on some of those inconsistencies? There's definitely questions to be had. The O-line is hodgepodge, but again, I don't think that's bad. Did you see SEC? Oh, what was it? SEC Network show the other day did their top O-line units, and they put A&M at 5.
I did see that.
Which is crazy to me.
It is crazy.
So there's a lot of talent, but they've never worked together. The wide receiver room is like one of the best in the country from top to bottom. I mean, it is
Depth, yeah.
crazy how many options there are there. I have faith in the running back room with Morrow and Reuben, and like Tiger Ryden and KJ Edwards have apparently looked good.
Yeah. I saw that one run by KJ Edwards.
Yeah, bulldozer.
Nice.
But, and the DB. So anyways, I mean, I could go position by position, but I think the team is good. I think it's really comparable, honestly, to last year. We definitely lost pieces, but I think the schedule's tougher. So I anticipate that 8 or 9 wins is what I'm going with. I'm gonna say 9. 8's kind of like I would not be happy about, but I'd understand.
Yeah.
Considering a lot, but yeah. So got it rough. I mean, having to go to LSU, Bama, South Carolina, OU. It's rough.
Yes.
And Mizzou.
It's really rough.
You got Texas at home, Tennessee. Your home slate's not bad outside of Texas. And Tennessee, you'll probably be favored in, but still not top tier, I guess.
Yeah.
There are just so many things I'm curious about. Coordinators, what's it going to look like? Holman calling plays. It's not like he's never called plays in his life. He hasn't been a full-time play caller, but I trust his resume. I mean, I don't know.
My thought on it is the way that Mike runs the program. It is like, I think a big part of it is these coordinators are not independent moving bodies doing all the stuff on their own. They fit within a philosophy and idea that, like, top to bottom, we've kind of year in and year out. Because, like, with Nick Saban, it was, I mean, Lane Kiffin will tell you, any of those meetings or anything like that, it was like, we have a script that we're all sticking to. And you don't have the authority to just step outside it and call what you want to call. Or, you know. And so I think each coordinator brings a flavor or like a style or maybe some wrinkles, per se, within the offense or the defense. But I think it still fits within like a uniform, whatever Mike wants. Because he runs it like a CEO.
Yeah.
It's like how Nick Saban did it. With caveats and understandings to the fact that this is the modern era of college football that we live in.
evolving.
Yeah. Because, I think, I mean, you see it with like the media. I think the way that the media has changed from the way like the social media stuff when it comes to A&M football, it's a lot more like, it's less of let's go with the identity of what Texas A&M is, which is like we play country songs, we to rock and roll. It's a lot more of like it caters towards like, 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds who are playing football and stuff like that. Because that's what you got to do to win and showcase your brand of football in this day and age. Trying to think of where I was going with all that. Yeah, so anyway, I'm not really worried about Holman Wiggins or
Lyle Hemphill.
Lyle Hemphill? Hemphill.
I believe it's Hemphill.
Okay. I'm not too worried because I think they've been within the system, so they know how it works. They're just kind of bring their own style, unless their style is DJ Durkin, 3 down.
No, there's no chance.
7 dropping, or 8. But what I'm most keyed into is the offensive line. Marcel Reed. And you can say that any college football fan is always going to name their quarterback as part of those because the quarterback is just such an important position. But I would like to make the point that Marcel Reed last year, we're going to, people want to beat him up for the Texas game and the Miami game. But, I mean, we're not in those situations if Marcel doesn't play the way that he does throughout the season. So what I'm not asking for him is to be better. It's just consistent. He doesn't. It's just more comfortability within the offense, consistency in throwing. Yeah, throwing on the run, being able to do that.
We watched it the other day too. Of like going back to Holman Wiggins, like get him moving in the RPO. Like that's where he was best. I mean, what was it? What was the stat? How many picks did he throw last year? 11, and 9 of them came on shotgun attempts.
Okay.
And
I can't remember how many.
something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just like statistically, he was so much better running RPO. So
It's dangerous. Yeah, as a
play
defense.
action. I mean, not RPO. Play action. Same thing. Same thing.
It's the same thing.
I just, yeah. I mean, I have faith in him. Maybe not to like win the Heisman and win the Natty, but to improve, not make the dumb mistakes. I also think he has some good cushion between the run game, the receivers, position that the defense could potentially put the offense in. I don't know. I feel good.
With this team, there's not a position group that's holding on by a thread that we're just like, we just need it to work. Because last year, it was stopping the run was kind of the issue. And holding on by a thread is such a... It's similar to last year, where last year it was like, yeah, we can't really stop the run. But our team, like as a team, we're really good. And so we're crying ourselves a river when we're 11 and 1. And there's, you just pick the weakest group out of the groups that you have, but everything, I mean, it all worked together. It was just that ended up being the downfall, and you saw it in the Miami game. There were just some run gaps, and I think they scored that rushing touchdown kind of at the end. And I guess you could point maybe to the kicking game being not as consistent down the stretch. But going into this year, the offensive line is a question mark, but it's just because we haven't seen them play together. It's not, we don't have the personnel. We have the personnel, but can they put it all together? And with the defensive line and then even the quarterback, we have our guy, we have the personnel that we want. Maybe even the defensive line would be the one place where you're like, is McCollum, CJ Mims. I'm just thinking, DJ Hicks, we know, we've seen.
Landon Rink.
Are those guys going to be good enough on the interior? Because Marco and Anto,
You feel pretty good about.
those are the personnel you would be, yeah.
Searcy.
Oh, yeah.
Too.
Sam
and Pemba.
Mm-hmm.
He's jacked. That dude put on weight.
Yeah. Like all of those guys, I'm like, yeah, no, that's the personnel that I feel comfortable with. I guess maybe interior defensive line, that would be the one place where I'm like, I would probably feel the most, do we have the personnel? Do we have those guys there? But yeah, from team composition wise, I feel good. It's the schedule that's the most daunting aspect of the whole thing. Okay, what would you say you can only pick the two scariest games, the two games that you think are going to be the most difficult in the schedule? What would you say? Or, okay, how about this? Remember last year we were like, these 3 games, it was LSU, Notre Dame, Texas. We were like, these 3 games, depending on what record you go in these 3 games, it's going to... Yeah. That's going to vastly affect if you go to the playoffs or not. What would you say are those tier of games?
That's going to be... Texas, OU, Bama.
Okay.
LSU, I'm not including just because it's so early in the season.
Okay.
But Bama, OU, Texas are 3 of the last 5 weeks of the year.
Okay.
And that, for recency purposes, like at that point in time, it will be recency bias of, how did you look down the stretch?
Yeah.
2 of the 3 being away. 2 are away, 1's a rivalry. So I think those are the 3.
Okay.
Where if you win 2 of those 3, I think that we're a 10-win team. I just don't spot 2 more losses outside of that.
Yeah.
We beat Bama and OU or something.
Yeah.
Bama and Texas lose OU, whatever it is. I mean, maybe your other 2 losses would be LSU and Tennessee, South Carolina. I don't know.
Okay. Man, going to Death Valley, that's going to be fun. Again, I know, I guess we just saw it. But to Alabama, the last time we went was when Haynes King threw to the corner, missed.
Yep. To Evan Stewart.
And then at OU, I'm really excited about that one because we haven't played OU since the Big 12 days. And I don't even remember playing in Norman. So that will be... And the last time we played was Cotton Bowl with, I think it was... That wasn't against... Hold on. That wasn't against Trevor Knight, was it?
I don't know.
Who transfer day in it? Or, yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Hold on. Let's see. Who was OU's? Landry Jones. I remember Landry Jones.
I don't, genuinely.
It was Landry Jones and Blake Bell, the Bell Dozer. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, I remember the Bell
Okay.
Dozer.
Who could forget
How
about the
could
Bell
I forget
Dozer?
the Bell Dozer?
Only second to the 18-wheeler package. Tyrone Swoops.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. Yeah, so I'm excited about... Okay, so... What did we predict A&M to go last year? Do you remember? Was it 10-2?
9-3.
Oh, 9-3. I think I said 10-2.
You said 10-2. I said 9-3.
Yeah, because I was pretty bullish last year. I don't think I'm as bullish
I'm not either.
as I was last year, but that doesn't mean. But it's just because the schedule was. These schedules are so different. Do you want to do win prediction? Do you want to go game by game?
Oh, God.
Because I think that's what we did last year.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I didn't do this before, so I'm doing it right now. Gosh, 12-0.
Oh, there we go.
All right. We can do this together. So, Missouri State.
Yeah. That's a dub.
You have us as a win?
That's my one loss. No,
All right.
that's a dub.
Okay. W.
It's a dub.
Who's the next? Arizona State?
Arizona State. Dub.
W. Who's next? Kentucky?
Kentucky. Dub.
W. And then is it LSU? Week 4?
Yes, it is. Skip. No, don't skip.
You ready? I'll go. W.
L.
Whoa. Okay. Lose to LSU week 4. Okay.
Then Arkansas.
I'm gonna go W.
Same here. Mizzou.
Good Lord, Arkansas. Missouri, W for me.
Yep. Ooh, up next, Citadel. Remember when they gave Bama a run for their money?
Yeah, I do remember that. That wasn't the press conference where he was like, they were running through our ass like shit through a tin horn.
I don't remember.
I can't remember if that was that or like Georgia Southern or something.
After Citadel, it's Bama.
At Bama. This is an interesting one because this game looks super daunting right now, and it could very well be as daunting, if not more. There's also the potential though that Kalen DeBoer and Bama, it's just not a good. It's just not going to work, and let's see. I think this is too much analysis, but I'm just going to look at Alabama's schedule beforehand. Ooh, well. East Carolina, Kentucky, Florida State. They played Georgia before us. Ooh. So they played Georgia, then go to Tennessee, and then play us. Holy. Okay, no, they don't. They end the season pretty. So they have that 3-game stretch is kind of their season right there.
Mm-hmm.
At Alabama. I'm going to go W.
Okay. I can't do this.
Who
I
are they going to have at running back?
don't even know. They will have Daniel Hill, Kevin Riley, E.J. Kroll, Trayshawn Brown.
Interesting. Interessante.
I'm going L.
Okay. I feel like this prediction kind of sometimes explains you and me
Yeah, for sure.
perfectly.
It does. I'm going W.
12-0.
L.
South Carolina at South Carolina.
I'm going dub.
I am also going to go dub.
All right, so we're 9-0 right now in yours.
We are 9-0. We are 9-0. Oh. All right, Tennessee.
Dub.
I also think W. Blackout. All right, at Oklahoma.
What do you think?
L.
Okay. I was like, there's no way, bro. How is it 11-0 right now?
Uh-huh.
I am going W.
Okay.
Surprisingly, I kind of pivoted recently.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, what it comes down, I think OU's really good. I think our teams are very similar.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be a game with playoff implications for both teams. And I do not trust Brent Venables in a situation like that.
Mm-hmm.
I trust Mateer.
I agree.
And I trust Arbuckle and the defense, but I don't know. I mean, the most recent, this isn't fair, and I know A&M's most recent memory wasn't good either, but I feel like these are different circumstances. My most recent memory of Oklahoma football is them being up 21-0 at home in the playoff and they
Yeah.
lose.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like last second field goal type. It was like, no, you lost bad.
Yeah.
So I just don't trust them in that kind of situation.
Super fair.
I'm saying we win that game.
Super fair. I'm totally with that. Yeah. If I would have done more like in depth on each of these teams, I think for me, what it would be is like, okay, projected wise, they have like a running back? Are they going to lean on the run game? Are they going to lean on the pass game? What do I think of their quarterback if they're going to lean on the pass game? I just haven't. So I think a lot of it for me so far is like what I know about A&M, what I know about their team, and therefore it'll just come down to Marcel,
Mm-hmm.
as it always, the quarterback,
As it always seems to.
as it always seems to. And yeah,
Fair.
it can be one of those things. So for instance, if we were to actually go 11-1 this season, the next season we could have a worse team and a similar schedule, like similarly difficult schedule, and people would be like, yeah, we need to go 12-0,
Mm-hmm.
like, or else it's a disappointment. So I feel like a lot of it is like you're kind of gauging. I really do. Like, I think I've said this so many times. I think Mike Elko knows how to get the best. I think all he cares about is just, we need to block, we need to tackle. We need to make the right reads, make the right plays. It's no finesse. It's not vibes. It's actually getting stuff done. And I think a lot of coaches say it, but not a lot of do them. I think Mike Elko does all of these things. And therefore, I think those coaches are consistent throughout the entire season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, last one, Texas.
You want to start it?
Sure, I'll start it. W.
So you have us going 11-1. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Oh my god, that's so good. I have an L.
Okay. Okay.
I do think that this game is. I know this is easy to say, not that deep of a thought. Rivalries are always the biggest swings where stuff and this isn't even just A&M and Texas. I feel like, look at Michigan and Ohio State the last handful of years. Just any rivalry is always fun. Iron Bowl, it's always fun. But that game could go so many ways by the time we get to that point in the season.
For sure.
That's Thanksgiving. We've talked, Texas, I could see a world where Arch Manning is planning on going to New York, and Cam Coleman is a 1,000-yard receiver, and Raleek Brown's a 1,000-yard rusher, and they're number one in the country. I could see that. I could see a world where Ryan Wingo and Hollywood Smothers have both been dealing with injuries, and Arch has had some inconsistencies, and Trevor Goosby's bone bruise is a little worse than we thought, and the hole that Ty Anthony Smith has left is pretty bad and noticeable, and they're sitting at 8-3 going into that game.
Yeah.
So much could happen between now and then. This feels like the hardest one to predict because of the rivalry factor, because of the star talent potential, but also the lack of depth in case of emergency. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm saying L based on what I have right now.
Yeah.
By the time we get there, A&M could be favored in that game, or Texas could be a touchdown favorite. I really have no idea.
For sure.
But I'm going to say it's an L right now.
Honestly, there's a very, very good chance that happens. It's really nice that for A&M that this game is at home.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a rivalry game. So if both of these teams end up dropping off the face of the earth, this game will still matter somewhat at the end of the season. Or even if one team drops off the face of the earth, it'll still matter at the end of the season. I'm looking at their schedule. So, yeah, they have Ohio State at home, They go to Tennessee. That'll be fun. UT versus UT. I think this will be the first time that this has happened in
Really?
football.
No way.
Not all time.
Oh, yeah.
I just meant since
joining the SEC.
Since joining the SEC. Obviously, Oklahoma neutral site, Florida at home. They get Ole Miss at home, Mississippi State, and then 2 Missouri, 2 LSU, Arkansas at A&M. So yeah, I mean, I would say they're big 3 Ohio State, Oklahoma, at LSU, at A&M. Yeah, that's a pretty difficult. I mean, that's one of the more difficult schedules.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many different ways this could go. So I'll explain the 11-1 prediction. There's a very good chance that we just drop off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And it's not a good season. It's year 3 for Mike Elko.
Mm-hmm.
He has the personnel.
Mm-hmm.
He has the personnel. He has probably best secondary. He said that this is the best secondary that he's had. The deepest wide receiver group. You have a quarterback that has started a lot of games for you. You have an offensive line with the personnel, not the experience, or personnel and experience, just not experience with each other. You've got a defensive line that has the guys that you want, and a linebacking core that has Damian Sanford.
Mm-hmm.
That's the team. That's the team that you want to put on the field. The schedule is difficult, but like with Indiana last year, it was like they were just the better team on the field than all the other teams.
Mm-hmm.
And if I didn't like Mike Elko so much, I think this would totally just be like, it would feel for me like a delusional fan just projecting. With this, it's a very optimistic view. 100%. Very, very optimistic. But you got the guys, you got the coach. I mean, if there's gonna be a year where you break out and you're really, really good and you're just crushing everybody, then I would say that this is a year that you could bet on it. Doesn't mean that it's gonna happen, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I hope you're right. I really do.
yeah. But yeah, the Oklahoma loss. It's just late in the season.
Mm-hmm. Away game.
Mm-hmm.
Against a good team.
Against a good team.
I think OU's going to be really good. I think OU, there's a chance. I'm not dying on this hill as a take. It could come down to the winner of A&M OU is in the playoff, depending on a lot of other stuff. But it could end up being both teams are potentially looking for their 10th win, and they're head-to-head. It's a head-to-head, so they would have better standings. I don't know.
Ole Miss played a game like that. Was against. No, am I thinking early in the season Ole Miss OU? Or was that? Because that was when Lane Kiffin played a game. Was it Ole Miss OU?
I don't know.
Why am I thinking like winner goes home or winner? Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, just one of those. Yeah, late in the season. Yeah. No, I 100% agree.
I'm ready, man. We're close.
Ready too.
5 days and 11, 12 days, whatever it is.
Is it this Thursday that we get week 0?
Week 0. I don't think it's Thursday. I think week 0 starts this Saturday, and then week 1, there are some games next Thursday, I believe.
I think. Let's see. Saturday. Yeah, you're right. This Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
USC San Jose State. Then Thursday, Missouri Arkansas Pine Bluff. Idaho Utah. Friday, UTEP Oklahoma. Miami Stanford Fresno State. Okay. Oh, this is only top 25. Yeah. North Carolina TCU Saturday. Oh, this Saturday. Come on, man.
We're ready.
I'm ready.
We ready.
Okay, so our final, your final was 9-3,
9-3.
and mine was 11. A very optimistic 11-1. Oh
I
goodness.
love it. I hope you're right, bro. I
Hope I am too. All right, I think that's
think that's it.
it.
Next
but
week we can dive into like actual games.
yes, we can.
Oh,
We can
well,
summarize
Real quick, my one thing. Everyone, Saturday, 9 p.m., you better be watching UNLV Memphis. I am so ready for that game. UNC TCU will be good. That's 11 a.m. UNLV Memphis. I know I've already asked you this like a week or so ago. You know the quarterbacks in that game?
It's Jackson Arnold, and then I can't remember the Memphis.
Air Noland.
Air Nolan, that's
Jackson
right.
Arnold versus Air Noland.
What in the world?
Dan Mullen. Come on. I'm so excited.
Wait, who's at Memphis?
Air Noland. Dan
Coach?
Mullen's at UNLV.
Oh, okay. I thought
It's the new guy. What's his name? That he replaced Silverfield, obviously.
Sam Pittman. They just swap places.
Bobby P. Charles Huff.
Okay.
Yeah, he was at Southern Miss. Who he
Okay.
got to be pretty good for what they are, Sun Belt and everything.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, yeah. So this Saturday, the games: North Carolina TCU at 11 a.m., San Jose State USC at 2 p.m., NC State Virginia on 2:30. We've got Jackson State versus North Dakota State 4:30. Where's New Mexico State and Florida State 6 p.m. and then a little past prime time, but 9 o'clock Memphis versus UNLV. So yeah, I guess we'll recap kind of those games briefly, depending on if they're good games or not, and then we'll get into week 1 preview.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's here,
It's here.
finally here.
Let's do it, man.
All right. Well, we're glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. I'm excited.
I am too.
I'm excited to really get into it. We'll be talking college football, MLB. Not yet. It'll start to cook coming down to the playoff race. What else goes on?
Basketball starts at the end of the fall.
Basketball starts at the end of the fall.
Ready for that?
More movies will come out. We got a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We'll figure out some new segments. Think of some cool stuff. Yeah, we're at 3:30 right now.
God almighty. I gotta go.
Yeah, we got to go do stuff. But yeah, appreciate y'all listening. Appreciate y'all coming back. Excited to be back. And we'll be doing these every week again. Subscribe on the YouTube. We got a lot of bots subscribing on there, I think.
Nah, they're real, bro.
I don't think they're real people, but we love it.
I love you, bots.
Robots, we're totally fine. We don't discriminate. Robots, people,
Mhm.
AI, doesn't matter to me. Just subscribe.
Allen Iverson listening, bro.
Yeah, we'll keep doing this. But yeah, we love you guys, and we will see y'all next week.